true Biafran. MAZI NNAMDI uniquely brings to you Radio Biafra live broadcast by the eminent Supreme Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, the Director of Radio Biafra, and the Supreme Commander of the Armies of Biafra, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The evening broadcast, live and direct, on the 10th day of April, 2015. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Browse Biafran Restoration websites at www.ipob.org and radiobiafra.co. Also browse our website at www.biafran.org to learn more about Biafra history. Visit our YouTube channel more often for the very best of Biafran videos. Enjoy it.
Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always. All hail.
Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on this very day, the 10th day of April in the year of our Lord 2015. Here in Biafra land, the time now stands at 8 minutes past 8 p.m. in the evening. Therefore, we welcome you regardless of where you are, what you're doing, the time zone that you're in, as long as you have an internet-enabled device, you should be listening to Radio Biafra. I repeat, as long as you have an internet-enabled device, you should be listening to Radio Biafra. If you are in the USA, if you are in the United Kingdom, and you are perhaps preoccupied with things to do with work or family, or maybe you are driving, you have Bluetooth in your car, there is a particular telephone number you can call in the USA and you will listen to Radio Biafra live. It is toll free, as they call it. That is how far we have come in ensuring that the propagation of this very message gets to every nook and cranny around this very planet, wherever we may find Biafrans. The essence of our existence is to ensure the ceaseless propagation of the restoration of the full sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra through the dissemination of this very gospel. The gospel of truth, the gospel of honesty, the gospel of sincerity, the gospel of redemption, the gospel of liberty, the gospel that will extricate you, that will unchain you, unhinge you from the slave status you have been enduring for decades now. If you are not in the habit of inviting people to participate in Radio Biafra live broadcast, please allow me to encourage you to make an exception this evening, or this morning or afternoon, depending on where you are, including those of you in the Congo, DRC. Wherever you are, go and tell your friends and your neighbors. If you have no neighbor, go onto Facebook, go to WhatsApp, go to BlackBerry, go to Rounds, go to Tango, go to Viber. That is one simple thing you can do, and you may even help save a life. Because when people listen to Radio Biafra, they come alive. They come alive immediately. Pick up any particular platform you are on. Tell your friends, I am listening to Radio Biafra, and tell them how they can also join or participate in what we are doing. You must tell somebody. If you hear, you tell the next person that we are live and we are direct and humanity is listening. This is the place that makes sure that the word Biafra is reverberating all over the world right now. All over the whole world. There was a lady that contacted us. I told her I will not mention her name, and I will never do it, nor mention the organization she works for. But they are huge. In terms of media, they are huge. If they carry story on Biafra, Church Abasago, they are monstrous in terms of their reach, their depth, and their influence. How did she hear about us? Because we tweet. Because we broadcast every blessed day without fail. Circumstance permitting, of course. Once in a while, we may miss one edition or the other on the odd occasion. When I am on transit or when I am indisposed due to one very pressing reason or the other. But it has to invariably do with the work we are doing for our nation, for our country, for the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth. People come to us now. We no longer go to them. That is how big we have become. And you made it possible. IPOB family members all over the world. Before we came here to establish, we were all over the world, in every continent. There is nowhere you go to, you will not see IPOB family meetings holding almost every blessed day. You go there and you will see your blood relatives. Those that Chukwu Abịama created you and them to serve this very purpose we have embarked upon right now. To restore his kingdom here. That his will be done here. This very land. And I didn't say Minnesota, USA, or Wisconsin. I said here in the holy land of Biafra. A land. Do you know we have red sand here? We also have white one. Why do you think we call Port Harcourt Igbo? Have you been to Port Harcourt to see the sand before? It's white. Do you know that? Igbo, that is why it's called Igbo. Not the beaches. You don't need to go to the beach to be able to see the white sand. I said inside Igbo itself. Once you cross Imo River, the surface soil and sand becomes white. Igbo. If you have not taken notice before, go out tomorrow to have a look. Go outside and see if you're in Port Harcourt. Just go to the nearest place you have land and have a look. You see that the sand is white. That's where I got its name from. We are live and we are direct. And we are on CHK 97.6. We are also on satellite. We are also online. If you are in this Igbo we are talking about, it is 88.0. 88.0. You get us there. Live and direct. We make things happen here. Not by any strength that we possess. Not by anything extraordinary about us. But by the grace of heaven. That same Chukwu Abịama that we call upon all the time, this night is no exception. We will invite the Lord of hosts into our proceedings this evening to ask him to come as always to abide with us, because our prayer is very simple. Every honor, every glory, every adulation, adoration, every uplifting of name, otuto niile dịrị aha nsọ gị Chineke nna nke igwe ekekere eluigwe n'ụwa, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, usu niile nke ndị agha, ama amacha, infinity si n'ebighị ebi ruo n'ebighị ebi. It never ends. It continues. Lord have mercy. We praise you and we honor you. We ask you to come and bless your children, Biafrans all over the world, indigenous people of Biafra. This night, bless only them. Only IPOB we ask you to bless. No other people. They have suffered. From nothing, they built a phenomenon. If not for IPOB, there will be no Radio Biafra. This is what happens when people come together. This is what happens when you put your heart and your mind to one singular subject, one particular devotion. You accomplish a great deal. That is why nobody can claim anymore that I don't know what they're talking about. This Biafra of a thing. We are now being taken seriously because you took Biafra seriously. Because when we called, people answered, and you flooded into family meetings and family groupings wherever you are. And because of that very work that you have done, everywhere around the world now, Biafra reverberates. Thanks to IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. I salute you and I beckon upon heaven to bless you immensely and abundantly. Not just tonight, but as long as you devote yourself honestly to the pursuit of this very noble enterprise that heaven itself ordained. That is why all our praise and worship goes to heaven. That is why we have no other God except Chukwu Abịama, Chukwu Okike. And we worship him here forever and ever. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very world, the commander of all her forces, and when I say believe me, you must do so. There are many of us here. The absolute commander of all the Biafran forces, those who believe in truth and honesty. For us, that is the litmus test. Do you believe in the truth? If you do, of course, you come and join us. Anything you can do, we will give you every support to excel in your field of endeavor. Anything you think you are capable of accomplishing, if you think you possess a know-how, skill, knowledge to distinguish your service from the rest of your peers within this very effort, we welcome you, because we encourage excellence, because we have class, essentially. My goodness me, we do. And Biafra will come, and Chukwu Abiama's name will be praised. That is why I will serve you also in my capacity as the director of Radio Biafra. I did not come here out of my own free will. Even heaven can testify to that. I was arrested in the spirit that this is something you must do. If you don't do this very work, you go mad. So you choose one. I know the one I chose, and that is the one I'm doing today. And because Chukwu Abiama asked me to come, or determined that I should come, there will be no retreat and no surrender. We will not prevaricate. We will not in any way, shape, or form contemplate anything else apart from outright victory in battle. We have not come to negotiate Biafra peacefully. We have not come for peaceful actualization, as if Arjuna will have you believe. We have come to get Biafra through war. Many of us will die, and then so what? I said many of us will perish, but we would have died having to do something greater than ourselves, serving the throne of heaven. To die for Biafra is the greatest thing that can ever happen to you as a human being. Some of you don't know what Biafra is. Some of you just say Biafra, you don't know the meaning of Biafra. If you know it, then you know that after Chukwu Abiama in heaven, the next thing is Biafra. If you understand it very well. That is why he asked us to come to preach this very gospel in the manner that we do. And for that very reason, I will serve you diligently with a great deal of devotion, never deviating, never allowing my attention to be divided. Always focused on one singular outcome: a free and independent sovereign state of Biafra. That is the end of everything. As I would say, the end of every discussion. I welcome you once again, and I'm sure by now you have welcomed those of them either within reach or outside your reach. But at the same time, you should and must have contacted them. This is your radio station, the radio station that belongs to IPOB all over the world. Because if you're a family member, when you talk, you said our radio station. That's how they say it to me, and I love it so much. Our radio station. That is how you know somebody who is a family member. We don't sell forms. You don't need money to join. You don't need permission even to form a family unit, as long as you get permission from the office of the coordinator of all coordinators, Engineer Clifford Chukwemeka Iranya, who is domiciled in Houston, Texas. That's all you need. And then we can say you're one of us. You know what it means to say somebody's one of us? To say to somebody you are one of us, it means you're a child of heaven. We welcome all of you. Everybody, those of you in Efik, in Ibibio, in Igala, in Idoma, the ones in Igbo land, those of you in Ijon, Izon, I should say, those of you in Isoko, in Ishekiri, the ones in Urobo. And when I say Igbo, I mean all the way from Igbo Akre to Igwenga. Igbo Akre in Edo State to Igwenga. That very arch of L. That's what I mean by Igbo. I don't acknowledge Delta Igbo. There is nothing like Delta Igbo. That is Igbo. That is Izon, Urobo, Isoko, Ishekiri. That's Mbidi in Isoko, is that correct? Or is it in Mbidi? In where? Is it Isoko or in Ishekiri? Urobo. Urobo, yes. There's Mbidi in Urobo. For your information. I'm still doing my research. By the time I finish, I will tick off Urobo as well. I won't refer to them as Urobo. I'll call them Igbo. Once we discover your root, where you come from, we tell you where you come from. If you speak something I can't understand, you are not alone. If I go to Abakaliki, heaven knows I don't understand what they're saying. If I go to Nsukka, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. But we are all one family, one people, indivisible, under the reign of the Almighty God, Chukwu Abiyama in heaven, watching over us. We are live and we are direct. And humanity has to listen, because it is right that they listen to us. And this is Radio Biafra. I don't know if the barrister can hear me. If you are close to Barrister Mamezu, if you know what you can do to raise the barrister, please do so. We are waiting. He knows the number to call. That number is available with us right here this very minute. And we ask him to join us as quickly as he can. And as soon as the barrister comes to me, I will be at liberty, of course, to temporarily disengage from whatever I am doing to acknowledge his presence, to acknowledge his preeminence. This is Radio Biafra. We will proceed this very evening with the time now standing at approximately 26 minutes past 8 p.m. in the evening to present to you and to the rest of humanity our news headlines and accompanying news summary. The Zoo Drug Law Enforcement Agency have arrested a South African lady with 74 million naira concealed in oat packs. How much is it in dollars? How many million is it in dollars? It is 373, almost, yeah, $374,000. 2,120 euros were concealed in an oat pack. At least those of them who are clever with 419, they will use this and say to Igbo, didn't you see that money they seized? Come, let us eat your money. You go and carry your own as well. We don't deal with people who are engaged in fraudulent activities, in deception. We don't deal with them. Very, very important, please. Money found in the possession of a South African lady at the instigation of 2 baboons and monkeys from the zoo called Nigeria. That is how you know a Nigerian. It's either a monkey or a baboon, depending on their IQ level. If it's the monkey level, they are monkeys. If it rises up to baboon, then they are baboon. But one thing is certain, they are not human beings. Being, yes. Human, no. That's a problem. We continue. Why is a very compelling piece by, I wouldn't say it's compelling, not this one. I thought it's the other one I was about to go into. Why Igbos did not vote for Buhari by Jidofo Adibe. There are some myths being bandied about, and I want to destroy them this very night. I want to crush them. Reason. Argument. Simple. Reason. and critical analysis. And he got this rubbish they write. This evening we prove to them that they think before you write certain things, please know that there is Radio Biafra. You can write during the day, at night we come. In the morning we are there. Every blessed day. It doesn't matter what you write or say, but always have it in the back of your mind that we have millions of reporters all over the world. I said millions. Anywhere you say anything that impacts negatively on the lives of Biafrans, we will dissect you with reason and logic. We're not going to fight you. We'll only prove to you that we are more learned than you are. Some say, oh my goodness, what an arrogance. I said, why wouldn't I be? Why shouldn't I be? If you like, can be like us and go and study. And we are waiting. You can never meet up because I've been studying for 20 years. Still now, I'm still studying. So when are you going to catch up? You see, you may never ever catch up. Chukwuabiama asked us to come and he knew why he asked us to come. That's all. Only 2 questions. Where you crawled out from, you run back into exactly the same hole. I can assure you of that. Why Igbos did not vote for Buhari by Jidofo Adibe. We shall dissect it. I love it when people try to write intelligently, especially if they are, if they have a Biafran sounding name. Somebody can be answering Jidofo. You can never tell. We continue. Buhari's corruption amnesty is unconstitutional. I don't think you follow what I'm saying. Buhari is planning to offer corruption amnesty to Ndioshi. Politicians. Welcome to the damnable. Welcome to the zoological. Welcome to the den of thieves and rogues. Welcome to the animal kingdom. The zoological Republic of Nigeria. Amnesty for corruption. Amnesty. I don't want to say anything that people may construe as being against the spirit. Therefore, I will reserve my comments until I commune with heaven. Corruption amnesty. You ask for amnesty. When I say to our people that we need to fight, they don't understand. All of you since jumping up and down, oh yeah, in fact engaging in kidnapping. That's what I was gave you. Kidnap, mix it with Oshi, here and there. A bit of robbery here, a bit of kidnapping here, a bit of land grabbing here and there. In the name of freedom fighting. God. If it's buying and selling, I would say leave Igbo people to do it. Nobody buying and selling. To order something and sell, I can say yes. But for the freedom fighting and the Igbo man, no, they don't mix. Because freedom fighting requires resilience, mental toughness, resilience. If you approach freedom fighting from the perspective of or viewpoint of buying and selling, gain, profit, aroma here loss, you've lost your way completely. You need perseverance. I asked Ifajuna once, how did you start? How did you manage to feed yourself? He said he was importing earring from India. Earring that customs burnt it near his house. His uncompleted 4x4 building in Agleji Garden before Biafrans built it for him. I said to him, so you were involved in business? And he said yes. And then I did my research when the thief fell from grace. There is nowhere on earth, I repeat, there is nowhere on earth where a businessman has ever led a revolution before. Doing buying and selling. It is impossible. Go and do your research. It is the exclusive preserve of those who understand and value intellect, not for people that do buying and selling. That is why I knew from then that if Arjuna could not have made it, by which I mean Lebanya, the more you look, the less you see. Extraordinary thief. Unyusi. Maybe one day they'll give him amnesty for robbery. Robbery amnesty, as they're doing now. They have one now for corruption. They have amnesty for militancy, amnesty for terrorism, for Boko Haram, amnesty for Agro Walk, OPC, amnesty for politicians who are criminals, corruption amnesty, and very soon they'll have kidnapping amnesty for Owazulike. Now mixed it with Ushi and is here and there in the name of freedom fighting. Buhari's corruption amnesty is unconstitutional. That was the man they claimed was coming in to fight corruption. He is offering them amnesty. So they will not go back and then expose him. Because Jonathan said to him, I have some things, Makadi Obama, I have some things against you too. I have it here with me. They are now negotiating for corruption swapping. I swap my corruption for your own corruption. And they go there. Welcome to the zoo. The Zoological Republic to evacuate baboons and monkeys in the conflict-torn Yemen. Do you know why I'm presenting this very news? When you come into a place, the place is owned by some people. That's the law of nature. You see this zoo called Nigeria. Awusa Fulani owns this place. It doesn't matter how remote your village is. Your master and your lord is Awusa Fulani Nachinama. Those that move cattle from place to place, courtesy of the British. I wrote a very acidic piece this very evening on Facebook because I was very upset about something. I just wrote it. I poured my venom against Christendom. In fact, I questioned the essence or validity of the New Testament in the Bible. I question it completely and totally. I questioned the essence of the Council of Nicaea that was convened to start church the way you know it today. Europeans. When Yahweh was in the Holy Land of Israel, there was no church. No St. Mark, St. Matthew, St. Evelyn, St. Agnes. He worshipped in the temple. As soon as he died, and commercialized it. Today you have church. And what has been troubling me is this. I'm still giving you a news headline. I've not deviated from it. It is that the zoo is planning to evacuate monkeys and baboons. By now, you know, they are Nigerians. If I use the word monkeys and baboons, I'm referring to if you say you're a Nigerian, you're either a monkey or a baboon. Simple. If you say you're a Biafran, then you're a human being. They said the zoo government is set to evacuate monkeys and baboons in conflict-torn Yemen. Yemen is at war. That's the meaning of conflict-torn. There is fighting in Yemen between Muslim and Muslim, Islam and Islam. The Wahhabist strain of Sunni sect in Islam against Shia or the Sufis. It depends on which camp you belong to. The same way you have Apostolic Church, you have Roman Catholic, you have Anglican, you have Methodist, you have Seventh-day Adventist. Something is in Islam. They have Sunni, they have Shia. Within Sunni, they have the Wahhabis. Within Shia, I think they have another one. That is a particular sect, even the one that Al-Assad belongs to, the president of Syria. There's a different sect. Then there's Hezbollah. Depending on how you can. They do competition in beheading. Who can behead better than the other? In Islam. Beheading competition. These are the people you're in the same country with. There is war going on in Yemen, and the zoo is planning to go there to bring back baboons and monkeys called Nigerians. And I'm saying that they own this very place. The reason why the zoo can think about evacuating monkeys and baboons in Yemen is because they are Muslims. They are Muslims. There has been disaster upon disaster everywhere in the world. How many times In the places where you are, some of you are, they are killing us in Malaysia. In China, we are, in fact, their prison is full of our people. How many times has the zoo actually intervened to say, these people languishing in jail, are they all guilty of one crime or the other, or are they just, is it just a case of miscarriage of justice? Let's bring them back. We may not have any war going on in Malaysia or in China, but our people are suffering. They won't do it. They never offer to help. During 9/11, a lot of people were killed. They never offer to help. But as soon as it affects Muslims, they are sending aeroplanes to go and bring them back to Hausa. Barakat de Salah. They own you. And who made it possible for Hausa? Iweunu. Hausa man owns you. As you are right now. I don't care where you are. You are the property of an Hausa Fulani man. Because you are a Nigerian. You are the property. I can send a Fulani headsman to kill you. And he will not be jailed. If you want to experiment. But that very Fulani Hausa man can never ever go to jail. It's impossible. And what is the problem here? The people that handed Biafra over to Islam, do you know who did it? They are Christians. Christians are the ones that gave over Biafran Christians to Muslims. It is the hypocrisy that I cannot stand. That was when I started to question most of the rubbish that I've been telling us. Atonimo to Trinity. But rubbish. That has no validity or weight anywhere at all in the realm of Chukwuabiama. He said, you worship me alone or you are an idol worshiper in a Pharisee. You people are idol worshippers. You are. That was why your handover to Hausa Fulani was so easy. A piece of cake. That is why they can go to Yemen and bring their own back. When you are suffering, nobody gives a damn. Even the so-called zoo ambassador in a country doesn't give a toss. What is happening to you? Do they care? The answer is no. And you say, we Nigerians, stupid people. Nigeria, mad people. In United States of America, they have conducted a poll which means a sample of people's opinion in the public. Majority of Republicans, the party I asked you people to vote for in America. If there is voting in America, vote for Republicans. If they call for elections in the zoo, don't vote. Because the more you vote, the more the likelihood you perish anyway. Majority of Republicans favor making Christianity the national religion in America, which will violate the First Amendment. Amendment about work. America is a Christian country. It is a Christian country, founded on Christian values. Today, they have an Islamic president, intent on propagating not just Islam, but very violent and vibrant Islam. Under Obama's reign, the world is now witnessing the greatest and the fastest spread of Islamic terror recorded in history. Obama is trying to punish George Bush for going into Iraq the second time. That was why he opened what is essentially the Pandora's box. Mayhem, slaughter, disaster, and murder everywhere. Beheading after beheading, courtesy of the American president, Barack Hussein, or Husseini Obama. That's his name. Majority of Republicans favor making Christianity the national religion in the USA, and about time as well. Better the devil you know than Islam that you don't know. 9 devastating actions white slave masters took to convert black people to Christianity. You know, you don't know about the conversion. In those days when Lugard was coming to create the zoo, some of you don't know this, he will come to a village and he will say to the village head, I'm Igbo, sopre. The man said, I don't understand what you're saying. He will point at your land, I want your land. The man will say no. He will say off with his head. They will behead the head of the village chief. They will cut off his head from his body. Then when he got to Lokoja, he said, they are Nigerians. And you are jumping up. We Nigerians. In fact, I should be walking about now with fleet shelters. If you say you're Nigerian, shelters, mad people. When Lugard was coming, as he was coming, any chief, any traditional ruler opposed to Lugard, he will kill the person immediately. That's the person you're answering in his name. Nigeria, we Nigerians. I don't want to speak against the spirit. 9 devastating actions that the likes of Lugard took to convert some of you to Christianity. Is it what Arabs did when they came here to convert you? Black people are the only people without their own religion. The only people without their own. Every other person has his or her own. Europeans worshipped idols so much, they created their own. Instead of them to follow the Mosaic law, in essence, following Judaism as the original religion, if you want to be truthful to yourselves. They spent many years demonizing the Jews, how they killed Christ on Good Friday, how they did this and did that, how the Pharisees and the Sadducees, they wrote all manner of garbage. Anyway, heaven and earth will pass away, but his words will never ever pass away. Impossible. Anxiety in NNPC and other federal government-owned companies over Buhari's presidency. They say Buhari will probe them. What do you need to do? Go and call Aisha Buhari. Even I was, I love money more than anybody else. Abia government debunks claim that INEC has cancelled National Assembly results. It has been cancelled. Theodore J is not the senator. Only if Buhari has taken his own court. This man demolished Ahogumabri no more, and his building took it over. I mean, it's how bold they are, these thieves. Somebody so brazenly. You claim people voted for you. The same way that some of these idiots who got to go vote in the Arana. And then after 3 years, you start complaining. Oh, we are suffering. Oh. That time I'll tell you to come on, get away from here. When you are going to vote, didn't you know that? You voted for Theodore 4 years ago. In fact, 8 years ago. Omwanya no longer has a central market. He said, I'm going to build shopping mall, international standard. Public land, he stole it. That tells you all you need to know. 71 Chadian troops killed fighting Boko Haram. How many zoo soldiers have you lost? You are talking about Chad. How many of your zoo soldiers have you lost in the process? Can somebody please tell us? How many baboons and monkeys fighting in the armed forces of the Zoological Republic have lost their lives? They will not tell you. Air Force chopper crashes in Lagos. Air Force chopper crashes in Lagos, and that is not new. They want to be like white to buy things, you know, to be like a good Air Force. And then to the very article I was talking about by my very good friend Rudolph Ogo Okonkwo. Very brilliant and intelligent chap, I must tell you. Working for the wrong people, but very, very brainy. I must tell you that. Rudolph Okonkwo is. Thank you, Kabiesi, by Rudolph Ogo Okonkwo. He is very brilliant, I must tell you. Well, I'll read this very piece later on. When intelligent people write, I love to read from them. We'll read it later. The news in greater detail. We are live and we are direct. Our lines will open after our news headlines and accompanying news summary, which we are about to present now. Then you can give us the benefit, I should say, of your views and your opinions. This is live Radio Biafra presentation from the bosom of Biafra land on this very day, the 10th day of April in the year of our Lord, 2015, with the time now standing at 12 minutes to 9 p.m. in the evening. We welcome you. We welcome you wherever you are. The news in greater detail. A 39-year-old South African woman identified as Nosisi Ngula or Ngula was arrested at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, with 373,000 $725 US, which translates roughly into 74.4 million naira. Na handbag. She was also found to have 2,120 euros, which translates into 450,000 naira, concealed inside packs of oats. You know oats now? I know some of our children have not tasted oats before. Every morning. That's oat. You can also have in the morning. When Biafra comes, those things will be readily available to everybody because we'll plant them here. It doesn't need too much water. So we go to a gala and we go to Idomaland and plant oat. It will survive there. According to a statement by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency of the zoo at the Lagos Airport Command, they call it Lagos Airport Command. Everything is command. Lagos Airport Command. Is it an armed force? Is it another statutory security agency as well? NDLEA? I don't know. In America, it's the customs. Here, this NDLEA, another Kwangu created by the zoo for extortion purposes. The money was discovered during an inward screening of passengers on a South Africa bound flight. From a site originating from South Africa en route from Johannesburg. 2 Nigerians, Damian Akamelu and Prophet Cyprian Chigere, are being interrogated in connection with the seized money. You know, politicians here, some of them have lost, and they see that their master Jonathan is no longer there. So the sooner they move money out, the better. Where best to move it to than to South Africa? Who best to carry it than a South African? Because if they move it to Europe, people could be watching. So let's go to South Africa, where Obasanjo has investments, Atiku as well, and a few others. But unfortunately for her, she was caught. She'll be detained for about 2 weeks. They will share the money and give her her own court, and then the whole case will die down. Welcome to the zoo, where a police inspector general of police is actually lying, saying we caught. Oh my God, I don't want to go into it anyway. Why Igbos did not vote for Buhari? I'll read it as a piece written by somebody, please, and then I'll go into it because I intend to. Reflective of this emerging triumphalism and chop politics is the tendency to pick on the Southeast, which voted massively for Jonathan in both 2011 and 2015, for their apparent lack of political foresight or even political illiteracy, as one Yoruba writer called it. Do you know that Yorubas have been saying, oh, Igbos don't have any sense. They did not vote for they didn't see it coming, this change, to vote for Buhari. They should have voted for Buhari. Yoruba, when Obasanjo won at PDP, did you vote for Obasanjo? Did you vote for Obasanjo? Yoruba, did you vote for PDP? Did Obasanjo not win? I said I want to go into this nonsense. Yorubas are writing. It's called political illiterate. And then I go have political lack of political foresight. People voted for their brother. You said they lack foresight. Oh my God. Since when did people start having political foresight in the zoo? Awasa voted for Jonathan's PDP because Jonathan said, I will not run in 2015. After that, power will go back to them. They wanted to use only about 4 years to make sure that they get South and Naija Delta into their camp. Yoruba, have you ever voted for anybody before apart from a Yoruba man? You voted for Buhari because Oshibanjo was there. In 2011, did you vote for Jonathan? The answer is no. It was ACN. Before that, you were AD. Is it? What's the meaning of AD? Did AD vote for Obasanjo? The answer is no. Yes? The Igbos are following INEC to the lagoon. People are very funny. There's a cartoon. Igbo people are following INEC inside the lagoon. Amazing stuff. Amazing, amazing stuff. Interesting. Igbo people are being, some of you that don't have the benefit of listening to Radio Biafra, you look at one Yoruba paper, oh, Igbos have made a mistake. Look at another one, oh, they have messed everything up. Igbos are no longer, they are marginalized now. Oh, God in heaven. Yoruba, when MPN and MPP in 1979 were coming together to form a coalition, you people then were in the minority of UPN. Nobody accused you of political naivety. I said, before you write any rubbish, remember Radio Biafra. Because we'll come back to it. This very person, Jidofa Adibe, is not him writing, he was responding to Yorubas. Saying that Igbos have shown lack of political foresightedness and political illiteracy. Political illiteracy indeed. Yoruba has never ever voted for anybody from South before. Yoruba has never ever voted before in their lives for anybody apart from a Yoruba man. The reason why they voted for Buhari was because of, didn't Buhari run in 2011? Did Yoruba vote for him then? Yoruba, you forgot one thing. I actually studied politics. We know how to dissect foolishness. So all of you who may have been reading Yoruba papers thinking, oh, Igbo people are finished. They didn't vote for Buhari. You people are mad. Buhari will take you actually seriously for not voting for him. He knows he has natural opposition, of which we, Biafrans, IPOB, represent. We don't like him, and he knows that. And do we give a damn if we don't give a toss? Rubbish. Political illiteracy indeed. So it was not political illiteracy for Yoruba to follow UPN against MPN and MPP, because Umezuka was the then Speaker of the House as a result of the alliance between MPN and MPP in Lagos. Yoruba, you were in UPN. Yoruba, once again in 1999, you were in AD, Alliance for Democracy. You voted for Olufalaye. Is that correct? Olufalaye? Your own son, running with that time Obasanjo is not a Yoruba man. He's an Awasa stooge. All of a sudden, Baba is now one of you. You are now beginning to eat money from oil wells in Biafra land. Hypocrites. Before you open your mouth or you pick up a pen to write rubbish, remember Radio Biafra. We are here waiting. You write rubbish and we dissect you. Nonsense. When have you voted for a winner? This is the only time that Yorubas are actually voting for somebody who won. The very first time. Why? Because their own son, Osibanjo, is the vice president. Elect, that is. They are hoping that Buhari, Yoruba, they will poison Buhari in power. So Yoruba man will take over. That's why they voted for him. The government of the zoo to evacuate baboons and monkeys in conflict-torn Yemen. I was a man as usual. Geriatric. The federal government is making their own, no, not my own. Their own federal government. The government of the Zoological Republic is making arrangements to evacuate baboons and monkeys from conflict-torn Yemen, according to the news agency of the zoo. A source in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs told news agency of the zoo in Abuja on Friday that no fewer than 46 baboons and monkeys had already been identified in Yemen. They are looking for them in Yemen because the Hausa people going to do jihad and the Quranic studies in Yemen. The source, who preferred anonymity, said that the zoo government had been in constant touch with the zoo mission in Saudi Arabia for the implementation of the plan. Hey, the axis of Satan. Islam everywhere. In Yemen, contacting the one in Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum. They are spending all your money. Jigawa, what do you contribute to the economy? But all of you everywhere having fun, doing Hajj and performing pilgrimage on oil coming from Biafra land. What a joke. They are going to bring them back. Your own children are suffering. There are many of your children who have been, can I say, illegally or unjustly detained or jailed. They are looking for money to pay. Somebody said live on air. They are in prison. If you pay, you will go. You will leave. When was it that the zoo actually wanted to say, oh, these are so-called monkeys, are fellow monkeys and baboons called Nigerians, let's take them back to southeast or south-south? That says no. But once it affects our they mobilize air force to go bring them back. Then in Yemen, and whose money is being used to finance the trip? Yours and mine in Biafra land. Because in our land is only sand and flies. Ijiji, Naija. This is Radio Biafra. We must continue. Majority of Republicans favor making Christianity the national religion, which will violate the First Amendment in every country. Republicans probably shouldn't be confused as the education party based on the results of a new poll by Public Policy Polling. Asked a string of extremely basic questions related to science and U.S. history, a majority of Republicans managed each time to pick the one that showed evidence of lack of school. It's very cruel. In the main, what the news is saying is that Americans want to return and make America a Christian country, which will violate the enshrined freedom or the separation of the state from religion. That's what they're arguing here, basically. But as I will tell them, if you're in America, you vote Republican. 9 devastating actions white slave masters took to convert black people to Christianity. The most important aspect of Christianity for the enslaved was the promise of heaven. How can somebody be picking cotton in a farm or farming in a tobacco farm somewhere in Virginia or in a sugarcane plantation in Jamaica? And then you say to him, after cutting sugarcane for the white master for nearly 40 years of the man's useless life, don't worry because you're going to heaven. Oh, so you in the house, why don't you come and cut sugarcane with me? After that, the two of us can go to heaven together. Hey, black people, black from Africa. Black people. They promised them heaven. I'm very sorry. I'm live on air. It's just the whole thing is wretched. New Testament, only God knows. Oh, God, you are in the house relaxing, sipping rum, and calling party and decorating with flower. We are in the plantation. Oh, if I go to heaven, where will you go to? But you know, black people, we swallowed every nonsense, every garbage. They fed us. Hey, God in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Ignorance is not a good thing, you know. Disease. Disease, not ignorance. God forbid. Anxiety in NNPC and other zoo-owned companies over Buhari's presidency. Those that stole money. The victory of General Muhammadu Buhari, the terrorist-elect, in the March 28 polls is reportedly causing panic in the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, and other federal government-owned companies in the oil energy sector, according to a report by the Nation newspaper, which is owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't know why Yoruba papers never wrote about Tinubu, you know. They never did. That is Yoruba for you, isn't it? Hypocrisy. They had the temerity to write about Stella Odua. That was why I hated Jonathan. Jonathan removed Stella Odua, and I told him, if you remove Stella Odua, we will withdraw support for you. And we did. Oh, Stella Odua, this aviation minister. This is a. How about Bola Ahmed Tinubu? How about him? How about Bola Ahmed? The man that came from Sierra Leone. Is he from this? You don't even original Yoruba. Can the Bible see Sierra Leone? Joba Manabia. Kenu from Sierra Leone. Are you from Lagos originally? The answer is no. You're from Sierra Leone. Including the Mobology Bank Anthony. Is that not correct? Okoya Thomas. Are you people Yoruba? The answer is no. You are not indigenous to Yoruba land. Some of you are freed slaves that came back to the zoo to say you are Lagosians. Tinubu. His paper is The Nation, promoting APC Boko Haram agenda. According to the report in the newspaper, officials of the companies, many of whom did not anticipate President Goodluck Jonathan's defeat, are now under pressure to bring their accounts and oil receipts up to date for presentation to the incoming government. Amazing. Abia government debunks claims that INEC has cancelled National Assembly results. The Abia State government, which is Theodore, the thief after Ojo Zokalo. Theodore Ojiwonyoshi, Akatakonyoshi no me. A modern day, black people. Black. Anyway, the Abia State government has said that its attention has been drawn to a most sarcastic propaganda being championed by the opposition to the effect that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has cancelled or has reversed the results of the senatorial seats in Abia State, which they earlier announced. The state government alleged that the opposition had gone ahead to instigate some of their members to be firing cannon shots in order to deceive the public. It said that the propaganda was obviously untrue and baseless. We expect INEC to say so. INEC should come out to clarify the situation with the stolen mandate of the people. T.A. Orji, nobody voted for him. Nobody voted for T.A. Orji. Nobody. Apart from himself and his murderous son and wife, maybe. Look at where we are today. A thief coming out and saying, what can you do? Onyoshi. Anyway, I don't blame him. Oh, he's a good man. You said the same thing about Ojo Zokalo. Some of you said, oh, he's nice. Have you been to his office when he was the secretary to the government in Abia State? Oh, he gave me 1,000 naira, you know. Oh, that man is nice. Oh, he came to my village. He gave us a 15-year-old car to be using. Oh, he's nice. Now, what are you saying? Do not go out to vote. That's what we're saying. If you're going there, wasting your time. 71 Chadian soldiers killed fighting Boko Haram. At least they're being honest. 71 Chadian soldiers have been killed and 416 injured in 2.5 months fighting Boko Haram. The Chadian army said on Friday, Chad is taking part in a regional offensive against the zoo-based Islamic radicals along with troops from the zoo, Niger and Cameroon. And who established Boko Haram? Muhammadu Buhari, the terrorist elect. Those are his men. At least Chad is being honest to come out to say, can the zoo please tell us how many people have died so far in this so-called war against Boko Haram? Buhari's boys, so to speak. They won't tell you, will they? Mad people. Air Force chopper crashes in Lagos. At about 10 a.m. this morning, which is today, returning to the apron after the completion of the training exercise, this very aircraft suffered severe damage due to hydraulic failure. No maintenance. They want to fly aeroplane without maintenance, even in the air. Look at the only place in the world where you decorate the airport with abandoned aircrafts. I have flown into many airports around the world. It's only in the zoo that you see abandoned aircrafts on the runway. They don't maintain it. They are trying to be like Oyibo, you know, to do Hawaii 5-0. Okay, but here in Gaza, the chopper came down and crashed. There was no casualty recorded, however. The main rotor debris caused damage to some ground equipment. Welcome to the zoo. A Super Puma helicopter belonging to the Zoo Air Force crashed in Lagos on Friday, which is today. It was returning from a training mission. And it crashed. belonging to the army. Black people, they make me sick. Make me very, very sick, honestly. We continue. I want to see when the Oba of Lagos spoke. In the last few days since Muhammadu Buhari's victory in the March 28th presidential election, an unsettling rather sense of euphoria has taken over the zoo political space. This according to my good friend Rudolph Okonkwo. It was clear that a victory did not wipe away all the fundamental flaws in the structures of the zoo. Yet, most of us had taken our eyes off the shaky hinges of our, he calls it, his nation. Such a false sense of security could be devastating. When the hinges break off, especially at high speed, we could find ourselves in a deep ditch. This was keeping me up at night. And then the Oba of Lagos spoke. Some of you don't know what you have done with the terrorist in power. That's in essence what he's saying. Some of you don't face the cold, hard facts of life and reality in the damnable zoological republic. The only place I take offense in this very brilliant piece is where he referred to Nigeria as his nation. The zoo is nobody's nation and can never be. It is a contraption. If people do not know the meaning of the word nation, please could I recommend or suggest they consult their dictionary. If you go to your dictionary, you will see the meaning of nation, and there is no way the zoo comes close to it. Now, if the zoo is a nation, how about the Yorubas who are in Togo, Yoruba who are in Dahomey? What happens to them? I don't know. Maybe you tell me. If they speak the same language, the same type of food, possess the same cowardly instinct in them, are they not qualified to be a nation? But no, they cannot rise above it. Everybody believes in what the white man says and does. Cut sugarcane for 40 years and you go to heaven. And they bought it. Hence, they were deceived. That concludes our news presentation this very day. Very brief by our standards. But we want people from abroad to call Radio Biafra today. If you call us, we will be able to take your call. I want to know that Owerri is working, please. I need to know if Owerri is working. I need to know if Owerri is back on, please. Because this very evening they were working on it. I want confirmation that Owerri is back on live and direct, please. Very, very critical. Very, very important. Very, very important. Our lines will now be opened. If you have anything to say, you are welcome to say it. This is Radio Biafra. We are live, we are direct, and Chukwu Abiama Chukwu Okike is presiding over our proceedings this very evening. Once again, we welcome you. Once again, we are live, we are direct, and we welcome your calls. And our Skype is on today. Our Skype is on. My goodness, it keeps tripping all over the place. Keeps tripping, it comes and it goes, it comes and it goes. Our Skype should be on. If you call us, we will take your call. Our Skype is on today. Radio Biafra is the Skype name. Should you wish to contact us via that very means, you are more than welcome to do so. You are welcome to do so. Once again, the number is 081-738-13596. I repeat, 081-738-13596. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwu Abiama is of course God here. And also the other line is also on, and if you want to call that line, you are at liberty to do so as well. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No. No, they cannot hear me. I didn't even hear anything at all. It's as if the line is not responding. Okay, I think it's better now, I think. It is better now. I believe it's better now. Our lines are open. if you call us, we will be able to take your call. And I believe that Skype should be able to function this very night. It should be able to function this very night. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? It's gone again. Please, can somebody silence this? Because I don't know why it's making noise. Can you turn it off, please? The caller on the phone, what is going on? Everywhere. What exactly is happening? Let's see. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yes. Good evening, Mr. Director.
Good evening to you. Please, your name and where you are. You've called us on Skype. Please, your name and where you are.
Yes. My name is Chijoke Okonkwo. I'm calling from Tunis capital, Tunisia.
You're calling from Tunisia. Tunis, in Tunisia.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Yes.
Don't be offended. What are you doing in Tunisia?
No, I came here for personal business.
Okay.
Since 2 weeks ago.
You're not there to convert to Islam, are you?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
Director.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So I'm happy. Always listening to the gospel, which you are preaching to us, and each and every one of us. Although I've been talking to people around me, even my brothers here, which I met here, because although I've been coming here, even sometimes I come to south of Spain, but many of them, because I've wanted to form a family here, but many of them, because I will not be here a long time, but I want to comment on the issue of the comment made by the Oba of Lagos. When you look at the comments, you see there's one thing he said, if you vote for APC, he said Lagos will continue to be prosperous for you. He didn't say you will continue being prosperous in Lagos. There are two different things. So our people, we have to understand that wherever, because I have many of my friends, they have houses in Lagos, some in Abuja, but I never ever want to do anything outside Biafra land, personally, even right from time. So when you look at it, you see that, what this man mentioned, when you read some meaning into it, we go and make cities develop, they've been prosperous, not us. Because when you allow yourself, you see all this, they give you, as you used to say, as everybody knows, they give you land, and they give you sea, not land. Now we develop them, we feed them, now we build after everything. Now they bring up problem. Look at how they pursue people from Idumota, just ordering Igbos everywhere. This is very wrong, and it's high time we should come to our senses. We have lost our dignity, really. Igbo speaking Biafrans, I'm talking about. We have lost our dignity. We have no class again, no dignity, no prestige. That is why we are pursuing money and money and money without we want to have what we can have right now. That is what we want. An average Igbo speaking Biafra doesn't think about, he doesn't think beyond even his lifetime. He doesn't think about tomorrow. That is why you find each and every one of us, dangling into different mistakes, even till now. Because when you look about, the brain of an average Igbo man, you see that, we are mentally entangled. And I thank God for this Radio Biafra that is coming around, and trying to remove us, emancipate us from mental slavery, as just Bob Marley said. So another thing I also want to mention is about Rochas Okorocha. Rochas, Rochas Okorocha, is I know him personally, even his village, because his village is not far from mine. So this man is not representing us at all. He is one of the House of Fulanese blood handpicked in order to deal with us. But people fail to read the handwriting on the wall. But thank God for now, because anytime, if I come home, I used to see now, if I call home, even people are trying to understand what is going on. Because when somebody like him, when he paved maybe 100-meter road, people, oh, he is good. Oh, he give me 1,000. Oh, he is good. Oh, this and that. But the main thing is, Igbos are being systematically and institutionally being decimated. That is a fact. If you look at, thank God for somebody like you, well informed and educated, you know, you can understand. I really used to see the frustration in your voice sometimes, which is, you know, even it's understandable, because whenever, even I myself, whenever I'm also communicating with some people, when you look at the ignorance in their brain, you know, you become so frustrated, but you have to carry on. That is the thing, because as you mentioned that Chukwu Abiyama have given you this job, it is something that you have to continue no matter what. Just like, you know, the Israelis, they are stiff-necked. They were stiff-necked to the extent sometimes God wants to even erase them from the face of the earth, if not the intervention and the prayer of Moses and their leaders like Joshua. You know, to the extent Moses prayed that, look, God, if you cannot forgive these people, just remove my name from the book of life. And God said him, no, it is somebody that sin that I have to punish, not you. So what I'm encouraging you, each and every one of us, we are doing some job, really, because we are making impacts in the home. You understand? So that is very understandable. So yes. I commend you and thank you, and say may Chukwu Abiyama be with you and continue guiding and protecting you. Nothing can ever happen to you, because you don't know what you are raising. You are raising something positively monstrous. I can assure you that. You know, and any person that ventures to do anything funny about you, there are people we are ready to die with him. That is for sure. I tell you honestly. So I thank you very much, and I will allow others to come in. Thank you, and God bless you, Mr. Director.
Thank you very much. All the way from Tunis, in Tunisia, we are being listened to right across this very planet. There are rumors going everywhere. I told you that they will seek for relevance, and they are. They are now beginning to spread rumors that Masop have now joined with Naija Delta to fight for me. Hey. We told them they will run, but they can't hide. All the way from Tunis, they're even contemplating raising a family in Tunisia. We are all over this very planet. All over this very planet. Formidable. IPOB. The caller on Skype, can you hear me? The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Yeah.
They're not paying attention, are they? The same people. It's the same nonsense. Even if you call us on Skype, turn your system down, please, before you speak to us. The caller on Skype, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. We lost them. Very weak men who cannot stay. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There is noise on the background. I said no noise at all. If there is a noise, I will disengage and proceed, please. I will proceed. If I hear any noise, I will proceed. I will. Let's go to the phone line. See if we can do anything about it. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Not paying attention. I'll close this Skype in a minute. They don't hear. They don't hear. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? We continue. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Please, good evening. Your name and where you are?
I'm from Imo State, but I'm calling you from other State.
When you say you're from, when you say you're from Imo State, where are you from in Imo State? Where?
I'm from Imo State.
That is where you come. When people say you are from Imo State, are you from Okigwe? Is it Mbise? Is it Owerri? Is it Owerenta? Where are you? I want you to give me the town or the village where you come from. Not all this Imo State, Abia State.
Mbise.
That's better. That's where you come from. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yes, sir. I'm making it.
Have we lost him? Thank you.
I don't want to Chukwu Abiyama. Many bless you in Jesus' name.
He said, the caller on the phone, can you hear me? There is no signal coming through this one. None whatsoever. This one Can somebody trace this line for me, please? I don't know what is happening to it. The caller.
Hello, Director. I'm here. I'm hearing you.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Henry. I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. Are you related to Okura Awasa in any way, shape, or form?
No. I don't know who is that. It's a policeman.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Director. I thank you for what you are doing. I support you. I even picked the number of the Aba coordinator, and I called him. He said I should call him on Sunday. That I'm going to be one of the family members.
That is wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful.
I am ready for everything. I am ready for everything. Even if we die with the Nigerian so-called Jew soldiers, these Nigerian soldiers, I know they have no power. They are running away from Boko Haram. I will face them and will defeat them. Nigeria don't have any soldiers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course they don't. Do they have soldiers here?
Yes.
No, they don't. The caller on Skype, can you hear me? I have a caller on Skype. I wonder if they can hear me. No, they can't hear me. Very sad indeed. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Director, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my dear brother.
My name is Comrade Igbo.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Director.
Yes, please.
I know why I want to talk about this election today. I want to use this opportunity to call all of Igbo people, whether Igbo zone or Igbo people, not to go out to vote for anybody. Because we have voted for Wagu, the man representing Okigwe as a senator. And for one day, we have ever seen Senator Wagu in television talk less of sponsoring any deal. And again, Emeka Ekero as a senator, they have never done anything in Okigwe. Article Demwa, something. Ike Hakem only planted a carpet grass in Imo State. So if any Okigwe son for daughter or a man or woman is going out to vote, I think the person is trying to make himself somebody that is mad. Because if you can go to R&D talk from all of the R&D talk, you will see that R&D talk people cannot travel back home. So I don't see the reason somebody can go and vote for anybody because it is of no use. So Director, you see, ndị Igbo anaghị anụ ihe, ha anaghị anụ ihe, amaghị m ụdị Chineke siri kee ụdị ndị anyị na ha megaghị. Whether you go out and vote or you did not go out and vote, they will not do anything for you. It's better that you stay indoors to enjoy yourself instead of going out to go and vote for anybody. Director.
Yes, please, madam.
You see what happened? I don't know whether we are going to use cane to start to flog everybody so that they can understand what we are saying. Because sometimes when you tell somebody about Biafra, they will start talking every day. So I want to call on Okigwe people. And you see, you are going to vote. Are you not making jargon of yourself? I want to call Okigwe. I don't know whether you have traveled to Umokada before. It's just a poll from Hakim's house, or whether you have traveled to this thing, interim. So I don't know what people don't want to hear. Please, don't go, if you are an Okigwe man, don't go out and vote. Don't go out and vote. They have been cheating us for many years, and now you can cheat some people sometime, but you cannot cheat many people all the time. Don't go out and vote. I am calling bottom run of people. Vote everywhere. Look at, you are begging our team to allow you to go and rehabilitate, declare block industry in Igbo. But today, do you know how many people that company can employ? But at the end, I came with a mess of people up with in collaboration with Reverend Father Mbaka, who told us that Hakim flogged the Reverend priest after he told us that Holy Spirit did not tell him that Hakim flogged the Reverend priest. Director, God bless you.
And you too. And you too. Thank you very much. Thank you. And well spoken. You made me laugh. He said it's only carpet grass. Some people can talk honestly. It's only carpet grass. He said one of them hasn't even come out on TV. Talk less of seeing him in person. Oh Lord, our people. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good evening, Director.
Good evening. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Chimereze Okoro, calling from Spain.
Where in Spain? Spain is so large. Where in Spain are you?
Okay, I'm calling from Navarra, Spain.
Navarra. Thank you very much.
Very close to our embassy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I have some complaint to make because in my hometown, Isu, Onitsha local government in Ebonyi State, the unknown gunmen come and pick about 14 people and take them to no destination. We haven't found them up till now.
When were they taken?
They were taken at the day of the election.
14 people from which village? It's not your village, is it?
From Isu, Onitsha local government in Ebonyi State, very close to Afikpo, very close to Oposi.
Are you sure they have not gone to the Islamic school to become Alamajiri?
My worry is maybe they have assassinated them now because I know that Hausa people are killing Igbo. We are in Cold War, as I presume.
And then that is where we are looking for weapons to try and defend this very land. Everybody must know that. That is why we need weapons and armaments to defend this very place. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for the information, of course. Igbo, is that news? That are killing Igbo, is that news? No, it's not news. Please don't say it out loud before Haneze will start looking for somebody to take money from. You know, they convert everything into money-making venture. Haneze and Yushi. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Director. Good evening.
Good evening. Sorry?
Emmanuel Chimezi from London.
From London. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Director, I've been trying to get you. I know that the line is busy for a long time, but there's one thing I want to suggest.
Go ahead.
Is it any possible way to create a web page to post every Biafran they have killed in Nigeria, in the Zoo, Republic of Zoo, since they no win which they created after the war? You know, there's a series of massacre. Hausa Fulani killed Igbo, Muslim killing in Biafran throughout Nigeria. Nobody knows knowledge about how many Biafrans they killed in Nigeria. If there is a way they create a web pages and make it an announcement, if you know that any of your brother have killed in Republic of Zoo, you should post their pages, post the picture of the person in social page, so that we establish something that we present the world. How many Biafrans have died in Nigeria? When you say Biafrans died, a lot of people doesn't know. They think they're just a mere story. You want to create a album that the whole world will see. I know this is the people that they killed since after the war. And if they post it, they should name where the person killed. Even in Kaduna, every part of the world, and in any part of Zoo, they have killed the people. They killed them, the people they killed, why they killed them. By creating this, we create our awareness to the world to know how many Biafra are being killing in Nigeria without even trace.
What you're saying is correct, and it's something for us to look into as quickly as possible. We now have, in preparation, an army of journalists who will go to villages, who will find all these things out, and of course, other people are free to join this very effort anyway, because they listen to us and they copy us. If they want to copy, then they're more than welcome to do so. But what you said does resonate with me, and I like it. and it is something we are going to do. It's a very good suggestion, and we will look into it. Thank you very much for that. We are trying to concentrate on Skype today to see those who are there. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, Director.
Good evening. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Olebube Monachim Sonye Mobi.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dakar, Senegal, but I'm from Awamama in Imo State.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Director, I must commend you for your work. You are the man.
Chukwu Abiyama be praised, please. Chukwu Abiyama takes all the glory. Go ahead.
Director, I love your work. You are really leading us to the promised land. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to comment on Oba of Lagos. If our people is so daft and useless, let them go out to vote tomorrow. But if they are men, let them not go out to vote. Let's see what that man can do. They are taking us for granted. But this time around, let's see what they will do. Director, thank you for what you have been doing for us. Thank you for the teaching. Thank you for enlightening us more. Director, since I started listening to this Radio Biafra, I must tell you the truth. I haven't missed it for once. Director, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all I got to say now.
And well spoken. Thank you very much. Why is your water not on? Did they take money from Okorocha? Or what? If that station doesn't come on, I will sack all of them. Did they take money from Okorocha to make sure that we are not on air in Owerri? What nonsense is this? Huh? This is nonsense. It run up to election and we are not in Owerri. What type of rubbish is that? Tell them all of them should resign by tomorrow. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening, Director.
Good evening, gentlemen, where you are, please.
Yeah, my name is Ezednachi Enwere.
And where are you calling from?
I'm from Mbise,
yes.
State. I'm calling from Abana.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Director, sorry for disturb you. Director, Chukwu Abiyama will protect you.
You say?
Director, I'm happy for you. That thing that the Legua talk, the killer. Start, continue, and expose them. Nothing will harm you. Anybody who try to near you, we go kill that person like mosquito. So I thank you for our station. Our station is a hospital, it's a church that knowledge us, and it's brushing our brain to continue. Nothing will harm you. But there is one music I want you to play for me. The music is an African people reggae, volume 1. Who played that music is Star David. He used Biafran saying. He said, don't give up. He's telling Biafran people, don't give up. He's telling us, don't give up. And we are not going to give up. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I wish I was a DJ. I would have played it for you. But unfortunately, I am not. Thank you very much for that. And sometimes music can be very, very therapeutic. Thank you for that. I am humbled. The caller on Skype, can you hear me? Yes, you are on Skype. Yes, I'm talking to you. Your name and where you are?
Good evening, Director.
Good evening.
My name is Stanley Opara. I'm from Amiseke. I'm calling from Belgium.
From Belgium, thank you very much. Are you part of the IPOB family in Belgium? Are you part of us?
Normally, Director.
Is a yes or no answer. Are you part of us in Belgium? Are you part of us? Yes or no? Be honest with me.
No. But I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join very immediately because me and the connector here in Belgium, we have been talking, we discuss about this, so I'm going to join.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
So, Director, I want to thank you for wonderful thing you are doing. It's not easy. You're a great man. Believe me, since I started listening to Radio Biafra since 2012, believe me, my life have changed. It's not easy. It's not easy. But Chukwu Abiyama will bless you. I will give you the wisdom and the strength to lead the job. I don't have much to say. I just want to thank you. Commend you for a wonderful job you are doing, sir.
Thank you very much for that. And go and join the family in Belgium, please. Go and join us there. Izwok is our national over there. And for Antwerp is Dooms. Please go and join the family over there. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Good evening, Director.
Good evening. Your name and where you are, please.
Hello.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Good evening, Director.
Good evening.
This is Valentine calling from Malaysia.
Valentine, where are you from?
Yeah,
Valentine,
I appreciate your...
What is your proper name, please, before you proceed? What is your name? Valentine cannot be your name. What is your proper name? Yes.
Valentine Nnamdi Kanu.
That is your name. Please
Valentine
go ahead.
Nnamdi Kanu.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Calling from Malaysia. I hail from Nimo in Indigenous local government, Anambra.
Nimo.
So,
Thank you.
Director, I appreciate your effort so far. I said I'm among the people that I would have called you a hero of Biafra. I know many people have disappointed us so far in this struggle, but you still stand there for us. You haven't disappointed us, oh Lord. Oh, Director, we are so happy and glad. I know right now that Wazwike might be finding another means to make sure that he destabilizes the struggle, because you know that he have already failed woefully. He's no more a freedom fighter. It's only fools that will still believe in him. You know, all the distractors, I know God will most surely expose them one after the other. Because what they are trying to do is to make sure that they stop the work of God, which God have used you. God is using you to make sure it manifested on earth, which is Biafra. And Biafra is that promised land, which we all must surely match when the time comes.
He said,
because we have been disappointing them one after the other, proving them wrong, woefully. And I know surely that they will never succeed. It's only those that doesn't have foresight that will not see your goodness, or those jealous or selfish ones. I believe you, me, Director, I must tell you that we are here in Malaysia. We are still standing with you. We will never deviate because we know where we are going. We will never relent or rest unless we get to our destination. And this is also what I want our brothers back home to know and believe, that we have a place, we have a home that we are marching to. And if we did not get there, and we will never stop. Director, we are with you. And we will not relent. Believe you me, the Nigerian government have been deceiving us, confusing us. But we're supposed to know that enough must surely be enough. We have woken up. We are not 5 years anymore. How can a government come up and be giving us one promise year in, year out? And worst of it is when after 4 years, after one tenure is approaching to end, they'll be giving us all the promises that have given us before, believing that we should stand with them and vote for them. I have already told one of my friends that all they need from us is our vote. That is all they need. And they will go on siphoning and stealing us dry, while we will be there watching like fools. We don't want to be fools anymore. They have done this for years, for decades, and we are there, just watching and looking at them. And I want to tell our brothers back home that we all are here, back out here in diaspora. We are still with Director. It's only confused person that will not see that Director is an economist that sees tomorrow. If you open your eyes and see and notice this, I believe you me, you will know that we have a home that we are marching to. And when the right time comes, we must surely get there. And I remember that the boy that always called from, I don't know where he called from, that he's calling himself and that he wants to warn us not to march. Director, I want to tell our people today that that person is just a tout. He don't have anything to offer. He's just trying to showcase himself, and on the process, he's disgracing himself even more and more. Director, we are with you. When the time comes, they will know that Biafrans has risen, and they have reason to take their promised land, which is Biafra, back. There's no going back, and nothing is going to stop us. That director, we are with you. Never lose hope. We are here with you.
Thank you very much.
I greet you all, Biafrans all worldwide. Stay and stand firm. Never lose hope.
Never.
Thank you, director.
Thank you very much. All the way from Malaysia, our stronghold, or used to be. I said before, you will disappoint me. I won't disappoint you, but you will disappoint me. But we are prepared for it. It's in the nature of an Igbo man to let you down. It's normal. But because we are Biafrans, we never fail. Never. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? I have a caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Director. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, your name and where you are, please.
Abi Tochi by name. Ezema Tochi.
Thank you very much. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Aba, but I'm from Otoka.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Director. I will Otano. Obiegulam to the extent of everything. Everyone in Igbo. Then tell Igbo, Kandi Igbo. Now, put your head to choir because Otano. Even in a line, even none of shoe line. Even a shoe line, more no. Equipment line. And I'm trying to confuse them all since and Hancha now about them come but because after me and a vision 2 times. Maybe after the red and the way a block there. That I go. You are the Messiah to us. Even one man, old man like that. Do you want picture now? But I say that no, you no go on. That had their naked you this and that. I into the end say it's bogo. All due to one of my guy like that, he just calm him down. And see, and because your job block clear is nothing but he's an old man. Understand? He's an old man, and you don't want maybe you don't want something like men children or something like that. Maybe not him when he's just born. So what I'm trying to let you know is nothing but I'm support of anything you are doing. Even today, tomorrow, anytime you call me, my heart will be Mujureju. My father died last year, and my father is a full Biafran, and my father fight everything to the extent of everything. He later died. He told me everything about Biafran because of saboteurs. So you also what I would like you to do is nothing but please. Although people call they say that they would like to bulletin himself like Army Biafra or this and that. You have to research for that person. That person, whether the person is truly volunteer himself or something like that. So what I'm trying to let you know is also about I'm full support, and on soccer people are full support from people. I'm saying answer because if you come to soccer now, I'm with money stuff to understand. More especially OP can if you OP more when you do. So director, please continue your work, and Chukwabema will bless you. And Chukwabema will bless anyone that supported Biafra. Anyone that says that truth is not truth, that person will die before 7 good days. And that is my word. And my word never goes just like that. So, we Biafra, please support Biafra and nothing else. This is our time. And I don't think that if you miss this time, we can't miss it. Even Chukwabema has revealed it in my dream. We can't miss this time. So, my director.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. Thank you for your call. Thank you very, very much. People underestimate our resolve. Unstoppable. The barrister has come to me. Very eminent and accomplished in his field, which is law, the legal field. Barrister Mamezu all the way from London. I wonder if you can hear me.
Absolutely, Director. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Barrister.
I'm so sorry I'm not been reliably available for the past couple of days. Yesterday and also this morning. But I'm here with you add 1 or 2 things before the closure of today's program. It is very necessary, Director, for you to push those guys around to make sure that Owerri transmitter is working, please do not sack them, but ensure that before tomorrow morning they get it up and running. Do not sack them. I appeal and apologize on their behalf of what is supposed to be working. Otherwise, Rochas will steal votes and then marginalize them, handing them over to the terrorist that is around. All Biafrans, wherever you are, including those in Lagos, if you are listening, do not vote. That is our ID here on every profile. Do not vote. And all of you should ensure you are not voting because they have not done anything for you in the past. You are not voting because Biafra has to be restored. All the votes you casted in the past never yielded any profitable results to all of you. Nothing realistic has been done for our people. I had a guy who called from a boy state that 4 people were abducted. Up to today, they haven't seen them since the 28th of March. We call all of you, wherever you are, east, west, north, or south, to ensuring that nobody wake up tomorrow and say they are going to cast any vote. Whatever amount they give you is only to go and drink, as director will put it. Mpobi and Gulda, or if you like, Guinness, as you call it, Odeku. It will not afford you for anything to ever be useful in your lives. They give you pittance. They buy your consciences. They buy your rights for them to carry on stealing from you. All of you should be wise. We are not here just for a joke. We are here to restore dignity to all our people, men, women, young and old. Radio Biafra is broadcasting all across the world. Everybody is listening. Therefore, do not let our people down by getting up tomorrow to go and vote for the terrorists to carry on killing all of you, because it's their mandate. The man who is there is Islamic jihadist. Vote and you will die in drones. As our brother who called some few calls away, that we need to put our data. My brother, yes, we have that chronology. All our people that have been killed, if you go to Google, you'll see them. Though realistically we have to update our records. We have quite a lot of people, dates, and whatever time they were killed. It's all there if you go to Google. But what you suggested, director will ensure that it is implemented, because your suggestions are what lead us to flourish here on Radio Biafra. I would appreciate all of you. We thank you for all the contributions. Ensuring that Radio Biafra is on air. It's not easy. We are not broadcasting on a thin air. It's money. And that money is coming from all of you. Those who can count on what we are doing here. But we have you as majority. And we count on all of you. Director Nnamdi Kanu, owner of Biafra, the commander-in-chief of all the forces in Biafra land, including those who are listening. Director is the pilot, and he's been ordained to lead us into this journey throughout. And very soon, you will see that all we are talking here is not in vain, because Chukwu Abiyama is behind us, in front of us, and is ensuring that we are moving steadily, but surely. And that's all we are telling you, and that is what I'm recapping. There should be no vote tomorrow. Director, make sure, please, to tell those guys, even if they have to resurrect the one transmitter to be working this evening or in the midnight, so that they will hear us talking tomorrow morning, Saturday. There should be no vote. We re-emphasize what we're saying here. Because we're not just talking for talking's sake. Our people have been killed on a daily basis. We are not only. But if you ensure yourself that you are somebody, so it shall be. Good evening to all of you, Director. I hand this back to you. Thank you.
You are kind. The very eminent barrister himself, Anatoniat Lobert members, thank you for that, and thank you for so much kindness, I would say. He's a very good man. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please turn your system down and speak to us. Your name and where you are, please.
Okay. So my name is Chinedu. I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
So once again, I must appreciate and also remember one particular place in the Bible where the children of God pushed Moses to not see the end of his journey. So, sir, I will also tell you, just focus on yourself and continue on yourself. Don't look around or look at the people you are going with, because a man can compromise. So just stay on your own. And I believe, and also believe that you will take us to the promised land, which Chukwuabiam has promised us already. Thank you, sir.
Allah, of course. We are heading there. Biafra or we all perish. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, my director. Good evening.
Good evening, please. Your name and where you are.
I am Sikechuku Keke.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abia State, Aba.
Thank you. Where in Imo State do you come from?
I am from Ugofala, the local government.
Thank you.
Is my town, then the is my village.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
I am very happy on what you're doing. Not only being happy, I have been able to get some success. Since I've been hearing your program, I have called all my brothers and instructed them to do tomorrow. And even after listening to you now, I will still call them back to make sure that none of them will go out tomorrow to vote. Director, I am very happy that something that stood up for us in this geological republic where Biafrans have been marginalized. Since I have grown in this city, I have never had anything like free education. But to the greatest surprise of me, I have been able to see these people that are taking our oil and living resources, messing it up. They are enjoying all these things free of charge at the end. Going further to explain many other things, I think I will waste a lot of time. But I want to promise you that make sure that Owerri City receives this information tomorrow, because most of the people there.
Owerri station must work tonight. It has to work. Yes. I need update from them.
Yes, my director. If you do that, it will enhance this struggle. And when Great National lose, that will be the first blow on him. Then all the cohorts, that are working to Islamize our city will wake up the first cell. Then from there, we can march on. I know that in Abasia, youths have been mobilizing themselves to make sure that those ones that are listening will not vote tomorrow. And those ones that are going to vote will regret it. Because even after this election, the ones that will enjoy this food and all that will begin to disappoint them. Then they will understand that what is happening is true. Because there is nothing you will do as to vote that a governor will emerge and begin to do miracles under this geological republic. That is lie. Nobody can do anything that can uplift our downfall unless we actualize this dream and have Biafra. Then we can build our town the way we want to build it. We can't continue to share our God-given resources with people we don't speak the same language with. We don't have the same culture with them. Our religious belief is not the same with theirs. So what else? So in a nutshell, I want to tell you again that I am strongly backing up what you are bringing up. All your ideas, all your plans, all your suggestions. I particularly, I am supporting it, and I will make sure I continue to publicize this to all my friends, so that all of them are there. And we are getting ready to see when we will climax the whole thing and have our sovereignty. Thank you, sir. I am glad with your deeds. Thank you very much, sir.
And you're very kind with your words. Thank you very much for that. We are live and we are direct, and this is Radio Biafra. We are transmitting to the whole world from here in Biafra land on this very day, the 10th day. Tomorrow morning, we are asking you to boycott everything boycottable. It doesn't matter who you vote for. Your life will never, ever improve. They will buy 1 or 2 cars and paint it yellow or green or indigo or silver. It doesn't matter. This new person is now working. He's a miracle worker. Willie Obiano is in power in Oka, and Onitsha still looks the same to me. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir. Director.
Good evening, my dear brother. Your name and where you are, please.
Chibeze Chuku calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
But I'm from Ebonyi State.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Director, I think I can go on me now. Maybe go to the house. Olu guy na Ogo jana Biafra Biafra na Mbezi.
It's coming close.
So I am saying I'm going to go to the house on the can of my office in my yard. I have put a go na over here DJ and because Mandi show Bodo Mandi Kechi na Nigeria Mandi is $7 or I maybe self bad because I am every 4th road. I put in a Biafra Biafra na Mbezi because for him I know all looking. Men all in the mad Mandi show Bodo na akpọ Mandi Egypt na akpọ. I put in all Biafra na Mbezi.
He say
so ana m asị ka Chineke nke a dị ama gbaa gị ume ma karịkwa ama m na ihe ka dị dịkwa ama m na nwa obere oge na anyị ga-enweta ya.
Yes, it's coming.
Onye m sị ka m nkọwara gị.
Thank you very much.
Onye isi jisi ike biko.
Thank you very much.
Adakwala asa.
Never, ever, ever. No retreat and no surrender. Before you can develop this level of mental strength and toughness, you must be, first of all, incorruptible. Very, very important. And then, after that, you remain whiter than white and whiter than snow itself. That Chukwa Biama may love thee. We are simply unstoppable. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello?
Your name and where you are? The caller on the phone, please, can you hear me? No, not paying attention. They will get the hang of it eventually. The caller on the phone, can you... Oh my goodness. Oh, because when the Biafra one day. Are you sure that? Come here now, was someone ever begun? I don't know. Simple instruction to know. God in heaven. Hey, no wonder there is no running water, no light. People don't even obey the laws of nature. Very simple physics. Turn a turbine and you generate electricity. They can't even do that. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Director.
Thank you very much. Your name and where you are, please.
I'm Joshua by name. I'm here with my friend. My friend wants to speak with you.
I want to... Hold on. What is your name? What is your name? Chukwuemeka who?
Onovo.
Thank you. Where do you come from?
I'm calling from Odumachala.
Where is that?
Hello?
In Aba?
Enugu State.
Enugu. Thank you. Go ahead.
Onyisi.
Thank you.
Biafra.
We are listening. The world is listening. We are live to the whole world. Are you sure of what you're saying? Okay. We are listening. Of course.
Biafra.
You say? Magi, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Our people are funny, you know. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? My goodness me. The zoo is in trouble, you know. The zoo, you are in one almighty trouble. These are the ones that are coming to speak on the air. How about the ones you don't know? When I say we'll destroy this place, heaven knows I mean it. No external help. Britain can't save you. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah, Director, good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen, where you are, please.
Okay, my name is MAZI.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you. Please go. Aba is dominating. Goodness me. Please go ahead.
I'm very, very happy for what you have been doing for us. Since I've been listening to this radio, our radio Biafra, I'm very, very happy. So, I'm going to take a bagume. Onye nwa bagume. Ọnụ gị na ọ dị anyị mma. Ana m akwụkwọ ndị mmadụ. Anọkwa m na Bakasị. Ana m arịshu na Bakasị. Ana m akwụkwọ ndị mmadụ. Na-agwakwa ihe gbasara Biafra. Ụfọdụ na-ekwetekwa, ụfọdụ anakwaghị ekwete. Dịka anyị na-agbachi mbọ anyị ike. Because ama m na mpa m akọwala m akụkọ ihe gbasara my father have already told me about this Biafra. So, since I'm from uche m dị na ya, but nye my problem director, achọrọ m inweta IPOB nke na-ebe a na-abịa ebe a. Ebe nwere ike connect otu ozi.
I'll give you the number of our coordinator in Aba. I need the number, please. Aba coordinator. Immediately. Yeah. So we can give it for everybody wanting to join the family in Aba. This is the number to call. Get a pen and paper and I'll give it to you. Get your pen and your paper and I will give you a telephone number for our coordinator in Aba. Please. It is 080 378 99209. I repeat, 080 378 99209. That is the number for our coordinator. If you contact him, you will become a member of the, I don't know, should I say the holiest family ever? Because we are holy people. The holiest family ever. The holiest that you can ever think of. We are exceptionally formidable. I want to get the people, they are having a meeting in Congo. I know that for sure. And I want to be able to find it to announce that very meeting. They wrote to me about it. And I want to be able to announce that very meeting. There's a meeting happening in Congo. They have also sent in, they said they sent in 23,000 naira from Congo. Don't know how possible that is. But anything is possible anyway. I want to announce a meeting. Is there a meeting? Yeah, of course. They are they giving us the names of their officers or there is a meeting? I don't understand it. The thing is, Okechukwu Nelson Sonny is the coordinator in Congo. Is that correct? And Okezie Obinna is the deputy general secretary. Okara Chimezie is the publicity secretary. Okoye Chibuzo John Bosco is the army volunteer. This is from the Biafrans in Congo. Biafrans in Congo announcing it because we also have a Biafran family in Congo as well. We are everywhere. That is the truth of the matter. Even in Wasotru, we are there. That is why we are peerless. Nobody can, why are you competing? Who are you competing with? The whole world? It's not possible now. IPOB is everywhere around the world. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my director. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Please go ahead, no matter where you are.
Okay, my name is Ikechukwu Morisa Okorom. I come from Njaba, Imo State, but I am in Malaysia.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yes, my director, I want to commend you for the good work you have been doing for the people of Biafra. And I want to commend you and I want to encourage you not to relent because what you are doing, Chukwuabiama is behind you. I want you to see certain things that is developing in this struggle as a handwork of God and as a sign showing you that God is actually, in support of what we are doing. For instance, the coming of Buhari back to power before we march is something that I want you to see from, the Bible point of view as a sign which Chukwu I want to use to show the world that what the Nigerian government did to the Biafrans between 1966 and 1970 must be avenged. Most of the time you have pointed out to the Biafrans how derogatory it is for Buhari, after vanquishing the Biafrans in Owerri, is being welcomed, even to the extent that an Eze in Aba, in Abia State, coronated Buhari, who is our conqueror, who killed our men and women and children. And up to today, they continue to celebrate Buhari in Biafra land. And God has brought him back into our hand. I want you to liken it to what happened when Moses was taking the Israelites out of Egypt. It's not very difficult for God to just move the Israelites out and dissuade the mind of Pharaoh to leave them to go. After all, he has allowed them to go after all the plagues. But God went into his heart and made him to pursue the Israelites back. So as he pursued them back, because God wants to really vanquish him, we really want to show the Israelites that this man that has been tormenting you for hundreds of years, I want you to see his downfall. So as they were marching on dry land across the Red Sea, Pharaoh thought that it is the same old story, the same old game that he wants to play. He can come and kill them and order them back to Egypt. As he entered the Red Sea, the water swallowed him up. So I know Buhari is going to come, because he's already said that if he has the opportunity, he is going to do it over and over again. So we are waiting for him. God is going to deliver him to your hand. And I want you to see it as a manifestation of God's implicit support, and that God is with you in this match. Buhari is going to see his Waterloo in Biafra land once more.
Yes,
so that is something I want you to have at the back. He is going to come. He's going to send army of the zoo to come and to rampage and vanquish us as like before. But what they are going to see, what happened at the Red Sea, will be a very little story to relate to that. So I want you to have the mind that God has given him into your hand. And the Biafrans will sing the song of the Israelites that day, that the Egyptians they see today, they will see no more. Those Nigerians that will come after Biafra that day, they will never live anymore. I also want to talk to our brothers in the Niger Delta, because you have spoken in so many words and in so many languages to let them see reason to join this movement, so that we will, march as a common front against a common enemy. They know that Nigeria is their enemy, and they also know that Nigeria is against the South. So instead of them to see reason to join with the Biafrans, the family, and then let us march together, they are springing up a single front. My father used to tell me, one day my father called us in the house before he died and brought a broom. He said he gave us one broom out of the bunch of the broom, and they asked us to break the broom into pieces, and we are able to do this. I'm telling you, is a practical thing that happened in my house, although it is a common proverb in Igbo land. But he now gave us the main broom to ask us to break the broom, each of us, and none of us was able to break the broom. So the Niger Deltans should know that if we join together as Biafrans, Nigeria will never ever triumph over us. But if they go as single, this militant thing, they will be ravaged and they will be destroyed. I want to talk to Asari Dokubo, who is from the Niger Delta. I used to listen to a replay of his broadcast earlier when he said when Gowon or when the Nigerian operative states want to destroy the Igbos, Ojukwu rose. He in order to put enmity between us and our brother, the Igbos, Gowon created the River State. Now that he has seen reason to join with his brother, what is holding him? The Niger Deltas are asking for a security contract. for an oil that belongs to them, that has destroyed them, for which Nigeria has destroyed their land and killed their mothers and their fathers and their brothers. And they are asking for amnesty extension or whatever. What is actually in the brain of these our brothers? Why? Why have they not seen reason? So Asari Dokubo, I used to reverence you when you talk and you make people believe that we are strong people. This is the time for you to show solidarity to your people. Come together with the Biafrans and let us face Nigeria as a common front. If you fail to do that, it will be difficult for you, because this is a property that belongs to you. You people are asking for amnesty or whatever to contract. And director has made it abundantly clear that you people is stupid to ask for a peanut from a garden that your father planted. So I am employing on the Niger Deltans to see reason to hearken to what you are saying and come and join the Biafran struggle so that we get our freedom. That is what we need. Freedom. Freedom from Nigeria. We are not part of them. We are not one of them. We don't belong with them. We are not the same people. We are completely different people. We don't have the same culture. There is nothing that unites us and them.
Nothing at all, my dear brother. Absolutely, absolutely nothing.
Thank you. So, my brother, I am here. I'm here trying to let my brothers, the Niger Deltas, to come out and join this struggle so that we march together. Finally, director, so that I will save the time. The Igbos that are in Lagos that have been humiliated by the Oba of Lagos. I'll just have this word for you. You people trace your history from 1966 to date. Has there been any time there is a killing, riot, murder that is not the Igbos that are being killed? Anytime that there is a threat that if something happens, we kill people, the only people that are being killed are the Igbos. Now, you people must be deaf, must be stupid, must be hopeless to still continue to believe that you are one in this entity called Nigeria. I want my brothers, the Igbos, to think twice and reason and come back to their senses. Let us come back to Biafra land. We build Alaba international market, Alaba electronics in Biafra land. They will come there and buy. If it is the Idumota market, the motor pass, the Aspanda market, the motor pass, let us develop a new. Let us build more motor pass shopping complexes in Biafra land. They will come there and buy. If Biafra becomes a reality, all the seaports in Biafra land will be opened and you ship your goods at a cheaper rate into Biafra land direct. What is actually deceiving you to want to belong to Nigeria? They don't want you. They don't want us. They don't like us. Let us go home. The Igbos in Lagos, the Igbos in Abuja, the Igbos in Kaduna, Kanu. Let us go home. Those in Ibadan. Come home. Let us go back to Biafra land. By the time we come back to Biafra land, they will be the ones to look for us. Let us be proud of whom we are for once. Director, I beg to stop so far, and maybe this could be a clarion call for the last time for our people to realize whom they are. Thank you so very much. I congratulate my brothers who are at home, who are helping,
Thank you very much, my dear brother. I think he's been on the line for nearly 10 minutes. You have spoken extensively, and I welcome that. All the same, I like to allow people to say what is exactly on their mind. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. This is Radio Biafra. There is a meeting in, I think it's Austria, is it? There is a meeting in Austria, in Vienna, in Austria. I want to announce this very meeting, please. Good evening, Director. Please, I want you to announce that the IPOB family in Vienna, that is Austria, please, will be meeting tomorrow. That is where they have the OPEC capital, where they have the secretariat, where they sell oil. Yet Vienna has no oil, but OPEC headquarters is there. Well, these people are very, very clever people. IPOB in Vienna will meet tomorrow, Saturday, 11/04/15, which is Saturday, the 11th of April, 2015, to have their general meeting, and the time is 6 o'clock, 1800 hours, in Amalingshorst, Steve Gas, I can't pronounce it. It's Amalinghorst Steve Gas 8 Vin 1070. I'm sure some of you familiar with that place will make out what I'm trying to say. I think it's Vienna, they call Vin. I think that's how they pronounce it locally, Vin. 1070. But English, they call it Vienna. The same thing with Naples. They call, I think it's Napoli, they call Naples as well. Everywhere they go, they give their own name. That's the way they are. Please, all are expected to be at the meeting. Thanks. Ume Michael Chijioke. I know him very well. That's the Vienna coordinator. That is the Vienna coordinator. I think the wife cooked what I ate when I was in Vienna. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And my regards to your family. We are live and we are direct. And Chukwu Abiyama is in heaven watching. Your name is Nwachukwu Justice from Abia. And I love Biafra, my country, and I want every possible means by which I can sing the zoo. This is where you come to. And they have asked me to come and work as their polling agent tomorrow. They're in a big trouble. They called him to come and be a polling agent. And it's going to disappoint them tomorrow. Please don't go anywhere or else they will kill you. Do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. Owere is back on. Is that correct? Owere, please confirm that you are back on 97.6. Kopugeba. We are on 97.6 in Owere. We are back on. We are back on live and direct in Owere. And if you are joining us for the very first time or stumbling upon Radio Biafra out of shock or excitement, please compose yourself and take down the following number, which is 081-738-13596. I repeat, 081-738-13596. That is the number to call. Once you call it, we will graciously accept you and you speak here. Okurawasa is in trouble, isn't it? We are back. Tell people around you. After tomorrow, we send the Malam back to Ebo Siputa. We send the Malam back. Oh my God. Are you serious? You're kidding me. Hey, well. Awasa man is crowning an Igbo man as in Igbo in Yobe State. Hey! Yes, I was a man blessing him. Please put this thing on my wall. I need this picture on my wall. Please, I need to write a comment on it. Tag me to it. I want to comment on it after this program. Hey, well, isn't it strange? Anything I tell you comes to pass. I told you that before. You thought, oh, on that part in Igbo. On that part in Igbo. Uno one diara in Igbo. Mad lunatics. Lenonya wasa. Buruko goro naka. Onye Hausa bụ gworo. Hey, Igbo arọ. You people are strange creatures, honestly speaking. You see Ohaneze at the palace of Oba. How bụ champo na akpari? Bụ mkpara na akpari ebe niile. Na-achọ ego moto. They told you how about transport money. Hey, these people, are they that poor? They say they're rich, oh. Asking the Oba. Now we are going now. No cola. Oh, and it's the Igbo. Shame and disgrace. The caller on Skype, brother, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Director.
Thank you very much, please. Good day to you or good evening from here.
I am very, very happy. I've been calling since more than I thank God that I got to today. Yeah, my name is Prophet Callistus Dominic Okechukwu-Emenaha. I am from Imo State in Ata, Java local government in Olo. I base here in India. Director, I thank you for wonderful work you are doing because it's not an easy thing. And sometimes I really feel what we are passing through here in IPOB, talk less of what you, Director, himself passing through also. But I want to use this opportunity to thank my people IPOB worldwide. I want to thank IPOB in India. I thank West Delhi in India IPOB. I thank North in IPOB in India. I thank South Delhi IPOB in India. And also thank IPOB in Mumbai, IPOB in Pune, IPOB in Goa. And also thank IPOB worldwide for wonderful things we all are doing, because I know that the hour has come. The Director, do you know that the time Noah was building the ark, people was laughing Noah?
Of course.
People was talking rubbish. People was enjoying, marrying. Some things are happening. Even the open it are enjoying. say these people are fool. But when the hour come, when the appointed time come, people was rushing to come into the Ark of Noah, but Noah said, no, that is no way, because the door have already shut. So maybe some people now, some secret listeners, they have been telling you people to come out and contribute in what we are doing. You people just feel and relax. But that's no problem. Time will come when there will not be space again in IPOB. And I want to use this opportunity to call our neighboring, our Niger Deltas and some other people. Please, see Biafra as your property. Our director always tell you people here that Biafra is our property, it's our religion, it's everything about us. Biafra is not only for Igbo, but because of Igbo, it's just like Igbo is the taproot of Biafra. And that is why Yorubas and Hausa want to destroy that taproot and we refuse to die. If not Chukwu Abiyama, they would have finished us since. But they have been trying their best to kill us. There is no way. We refuse to die. And we can never die. They can never eat us. So what we are telling Yorubas and the so-called Oba, they have been killing our people in Lagos since we know. I grew up in Lagos State. They have been killing us for... I know some of my friends they kill in Lagos. Some of them, they throw them inside water. I know them. They have been killing us there since. But it's not a new thing for us. So what we are telling them now is that let them continue killing. Let them continue killing us. One day, God Almighty will expose them.
Of course he will.
Because I say, I can't shiga one year one cigar, one day I can't share by on. And the I can't shiga and the reborn very soon because their end time have come. They marry my sisters, they throw my sisters away and pick up their children. Now the woman is running about in the Yoruba land. I told her she's married during the wartime. They snap her away, not that they pay any price. All those things, God will remember all their sins. So what I'm saying is all these our brothers in East and down home, you people have been enjoying IPOB, but that's no problem. We have been suffering for this year for a long time. But thank God that now IPOB is getting down home. Let everybody wake up. Let everybody don't go and vote for any politician because as soon as you vote them in, when they go to Abuja and take oath, they will forget their brothers. So for you to go and vote them, they are wasting time. Because now they are calling you my brother, vote for me, vote for me. But as soon as you vote them in, they go and take oath, they change out of human being. They cannot be doing what you expect again. By that time, they will be blowing siren. When you try to talk them and say, Papa, I vote for your brother, they will send police or army, they will wipe away from you. So you better not go out and vote for anybody. Stay in your house. Believe in Biafra. If you don't know what to do to Biafra, keep on praying. All I know that Biafra is coming. I have seen the revelation, and I have seen the spirit, and I have seen the power, and I have seen the glory of Biafra, that everything about Biafra here on earth have already manifested. So there's no need of us to doubt him. If you see anybody is doubting, don't worry, don't worry. When you preach about Biafra, when people don't want to listen to you, forget about them. All I want you to do, just make your way up. And I want to thank my COC. I want to thank COC and my Ebu brother, Asiebu, and all the principal officers, indigenous people of Biafra. Please, I prophet, I want to thank everybody. I say, may God bless you, director. May God bless you. All I'm telling you that fear not, the Lord is on your side. There is nothing enemy can do. Owazirike, you have been jumping up and down. You shame man like you, you're a shameless man. You went to go and meet Asel Tokoba. I don't know that is true or what. I saw it in Facebook. You want to go and meet him. I don't know what you're meeting that man for. That is how you invited them to the... Are you the one supposed to meet Tokoba or Tokoba is the one supposed to come and meet you? Biafra is bigger than all of us. Biafra have been there for more than 5,000 years ago. You have been messing up Biafra. You have been messing up our ancestral powers. And when our ancestors will arise and remember you, they will destroy you and your generation. So you better respect Biafra. If you are tired of anything Biafra struggle, you better go and sit down and be enjoying the money you make from Nigeria. Left everything Biafra alone. Let us now with new generation and fight for this Biafra. All I am sure every human being on earth, heaven and earth bear me witness. We must achieve Biafra, whether they like it or not. Director, I want to thank you. God bless you. May Chukwu Abiyama be with you. Shalom.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you and well spoken. Very, very well spoken. We are giving a bit of preference to those of them calling us on Skype today, those from abroad. And our Skype is functioning very, very well, and they are calling us, and we will take their calls. The caller on Skype, can you hear me? The caller on Skype, can you hear me? There is somebody on Skype, they're not saying anything. Very sad indeed. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, please. Your name and where you are?
My name is Chibogo.
I'm calling from Aba.
People are not serious. I said, what is your name? Saying his name is Chibeze. What is the meaning of Chibeze? Imagine. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Your system is talking. I will not take your call. So next time when you call, you turn it down. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Hello?
Dear safe. The caller on Skype, can you hear me? Not paying attention, as usual. The caller on the phone,
Hello,
can you hear
director.
me? Thank you very much. You know where you are, please.
My name is Chukwumakalo.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
My director,
Yes, please go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
I thank you so much for the work you have been doing.
Thank you.
So much appreciated.
Thank you.
My director, I thank you so much. Oh, no.
It's not working? Huh? He's not getting it. I want to know if Owerri is on or not, please. Can people from Owerri confirm, even if you're listening via satellite? I need confirmation from Owerri, please. Confirmation from Owerri, please. Let's see who is on Skype. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yeah, director, are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you, please. Your name and where you are.
Okay. My name is Michael Okafo, calling from Madrid, Spain, the Secretary of the Indigenous People of Biafra.
In Madrid, Spain. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm using this opportunity, though I commend you for your good work, for what you have been doing for us. I say is God is going to pay you because it's not easy. Well, I'm using this opportunity to tell the indigenous people of Biafra here in Madrid, Spain, that we are having our meeting on this coming Sunday by 6 p.m. in the evening in the Mosteles. So I am urging everyone to be there so that because we are having very important things to discuss. Thank you, my director, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. And Mechuku Abiyama also bless you and well spoken. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And Chuku Abiyama in heaven is our God. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yes, Director. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Chidiofu Ndubeze Madako.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Sharjah, UAE.
Sharjah in United Arab Emirates, very close to Dubai. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yeah. Director, I thank you for all you've been doing for the people of Biafra. And we are very happy that someone like you is, in existence. I'm always happy and glad to hear you talk in Radio Biafra. And I say, my Almighty Chukwu Abiyama keep you alive until Biafra comes. And it must come in our own time. So last time I was able to identify with the coordinator here. So he told me last week that there will be a meeting by next Friday. So I will go and register with them. Because I came to Biafra land then, I was unable to reach anyone there. So I came back and I called him immediately. He said, okay, that I should come next Friday. So I'll be there. My prayer is that you and the people you are working with, you people have been working tirelessly to make sure that our future is secured. And since you are working and doing all these things, the Almighty Chukwu Abiyama will never ever leave you. He will always be with you. Mightier things that you know not. What I'm telling you is that as you are calling Chukwu Abiyama, call him every day. He's ever near you and ever ready to answer you. In the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, there's nothing. They will only. So what they are doing, no matter whatever thing they do, we know that we will prevail. So I forgot to say where I came from. I'm from Njaba local government in Imo State. So my prayer is may Chukwu Abiyama keep you and your family.
You see? And yours
He
as well.
will never let you lack anything. In Chukwu
He
Abiyama's
say,
name.
he say. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Mokoro Uche. I'm calling from Dakar, Senegal.
Mokoro Uche from Dakar, Senegal. Please go ahead. Yes.
I want to thank you and also thank all the Biafrans all around the world. I want to say some few things. One, the person that is talking about Asare Dokubo to come on board. I want you to know that those of our cousin and Asare Dokubo and all the likes of them, they will not jump on the boat immediately because of the damage that have been done by the likes of Wazirike and Co. So I know they will be watching keenly to see how serious we are. And remember, the sensitization is an ongoing something. I know they are listening, they are watching keenly to see what we are trying to do, what we are, so that we will not be, they will not just jump in and say that it's a mess up. So I believe that at the right time, gradually, all of them will come on board. So I want to give them an assurance that all of them will come on board at the appropriate time. But it is not something that will be done today and tomorrow. It's going to take a gradual process. Just like it's taking a gradual process for this information to be dissected by all our brothers, all the Igbos, all the other tribes and clans of the Biafran land. The message is being, the point that they don't know what this is, just radicalizing everybody. This is the same way the jihadists or this thing radicalize those people. It doesn't come one day. So by this information now you are putting on the air, going and soaking inside our bodies and our soul, all of them will come up. Everybody will be heated up. Everyone will be ready to go. So that is it. Number one. Number two, these people, they call themselves Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. I want to use this medium to put the proper channel of it. The proper pronunciation is not Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. It is Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. It is Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, not Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, because nobody elected them there. They are representing Igbo, those smokers, Igbo smokers. They are there. It's Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. Ohaneze Ndi that smokes Igbo. So what? That is their name.
And I agree with you.
So that's what another point I'm trying to make is we should be we should be treading carefully toward this actualization of restoration of our sovereign country, so that everything we be doing will be a gradual process. Things will unfold. It, like you used to say, it is good that the enemy have to underestimate us. Fine. But I am telling them before God and man that they will see things that they have never, they don't know before. They will see. There's a adage that say you have never seen Hausa Nota. Hausa Nota. Hanga home Nota. Not only Hausa Nota. Hanga home mongo. I won't say Hausa na Abota, but Hanga home mongo Nota this time around. So I just want everybody to put the same together and maybe forget about all these distractors that trying to distract people along the line. This issue of election, I also want them to stop the election. Nobody should vote. This Malam or Rocha Sokorosa, they should forget him and forget the election. And this criminal, this old sapet, I call him old sapet. This man in Abia State is an old sapet. So they should sit at home and boycott every boycottable, so that all those criminals, all those hoodlums, they will then, when the march commence, all of them will run away. All of them will be dealt with. People should forget about Owazirike. Owazirike now, he's been trying to see how he will fix himself somewhere, because maybe he has been seeing that what is happening is the true thing. So if he is going to align himself with Asare Dokobon, that is fine. That's what he's supposed to do, because he cannot come to this platform. So he must look for a platform to put himself, just to make himself relevant. So let him go. If he's going to repent and join Asare Dokobon, fine and good. But because this platform is not for him, whatever he did, he will repeat. Because he have betrayed Biafrans, anything happen, he will be sacrificed for it. He will pay the sacrifice.
He knows. Vultures will eat his flesh with the Legerosian eventually.
So, my daughter, I will stand by and allow others to make a contribution. I didn't want to call, but it's just because this issue of Honest and Igbo. That is why let me put the record.
You did well.
Straight.
You did very, very well, and thank you very much for that. Anybody calling us, please, I want to, of course, give preference to those of you calling from abroad, please. 2 minutes only. Encapsulate and wrap up anything you're saying within 2 minutes to allow other people to also air their views and their opinions. Today, we are heavily biased in favor of those calling from abroad, because for days now, they have not had a look in. The caller on Skype, can you hear me? Your line is not very good. Perhaps you will be able to come back to us. I will go to make another announcement. Having announced Vienna in Austria, Biafrans are meeting also in Hamburg in Germany on Sunday, the 12th of April 2015. The address is Fahrenkamp 27 20535 Hamburg. I repeat, the address for the meeting in Hamburg is Fahrenkamp 27 20535 in Hamburg. The time is 5 p.m. in the evening. Please try to be prompt. We want to call on all secret listeners in Hamburg and its environs to attend this meeting, as many issues relating to the restoration of Biafra will be discussed. For more information, please contact Mwabweze Chinedu, who is our coordinator there. In summer life, his name was Collins. On 015-210-251-873. I repeat, 0152-102-51873. If you want to attend the meeting, the IPOB family meeting in Hamburg in Germany on Sunday, contact Mwabweze Chinedu on 0152-102-51873. You people should continue your good work that you're doing. Wonderful, wonderful people in Germany. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you are, please.
Yeah, I'm Shedrack Madabuchuku, calling from Senegal, Dakar.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So I want to use this opportunity to say thank you for everything you're doing for our country. So I said, may the good God bless you very well and give you strength to pursue this thing you have in mind. So let our country come to pass, because you have been suffering. Look at me now. I'm very good in playing football, you get me? So now I'm in France. And if we got a new plan to nationalize in France, thank God that our country want to get have a stand now. So I can even thinking of coming back to my country to play football, not even thinking of nationalizing in another country. So I just want to call you and say thank you for everything you did for Biafra. Because my grandfather died fighting this war. Now don't mind me with my football career, I'll come and fight for my country, So I say thank you very much. I'm from Imo State. I can't to be precise, but I'm living in France. I have a football match in Senegal, so I picked my friend's computer. I said, let me call you. I said, thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. You did very, very well. Thank you for that. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. Even aspiring footballers also listen to Radio Biafra wherever you go to. People are listening to us, I believe, also in truth and with every honesty, because here we have the spirit of discernment. Anything we tell you is gospel. After a short while, it always comes to fruition. We are going to the phone lines to try and accommodate some of them. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, Director.
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Director, my name is Biafran.
This line is bad. I think this phone is faulty. It is very, very faulty. I don't like it. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
I can hear you, my director. Good evening, my director.
Good evening. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Marabuchi Okike. I'm calling from Delta State and Ocha North.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
So, my director, I have to congratulate you for the nice job that you are doing to us.
Thank you.
So, but the problem we are having here, I don't want to say much. About 10 minutes ago that our radio switch off, this thing always continue every time, every moment that we want to listen to Radio Biafra and Delta here. So I don't know what is actually happening.
Don't worry. Some of the people, these are the people that always talk about Biafra, Biafra, Biafra all the time. We give them work to do, and they claim they are hardcore, they want to do this work, and they cannot do it. They can't do it. Very, very sad indeed. Extremely sad. I'm not happy about it. There's going to be a massive overhaul of all our stations. All our stations. Massive, massive overhaul. We'll continue. This is Radio Biafra. I'm going to be personally responsible for all these stations. Our people, they don't have the resilience, the mental toughness to continue. I can't understand them, honestly. The caller on Skype, can you hear me? Yes, please, raise your voice for us, your name and where you are, please. I said speak, but they're not saying anything. I don't know how that is possible.
Hello?
Yes, please. Can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. I'm calling from Unkwara.
From Unkwara. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yes, my name is Ogechi.
Ogechi who? What is your surname?
Ogechi Ihuoma.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, please.
Because I become tired in a list in Biafra. And then you know what I mean. I will put up the Gawa.
Of course.
I
know. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Of course, I can understand. I can understand that they want us to start action immediately. But very soon. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, my director. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, please. Your name and where you are, if you may.
I am Mrs. Chinyere Chukwu. I'm from Isuboma, but I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. You're welcome to the program, and the world is listening. Please, you may proceed.
Oh, I'm so happy, so happy, so happy. I don't know. You wouldn't actually know the kind of courage you are instilling in us that is whenever you are talking. I'm so happy hearing your voice. I've really learned a lot all this while. And since I started listening to this, our Radio Biafra, I've learned so many things I've never knew all this while. In the zoo, they never taught us anything regarding to our fatherland. But I've really learned a lot all this while. I can't even go to sleep without listening to this radio. I don't normally sleep without listening. Even in the morning, I will always listen because every day I learn a new thing regarding, to where we are, the people we are, and all that. For this, I want to encourage you. You are doing a lot in our lives because this is a kind of sensitization. You are really sensitizing us and giving us strength for the thing that lies ahead of us. The Lord will be your strength. Our Chukwu Adama will really strengthen you for giving you such a courage. Just forge ahead. Many people are just behind you. Because when I listen, I hear many people calling, it really triggered my strength know, and my belief. The Lord will strengthen you, protect you, and keep your family for this work ahead. In the name of Jesus.
He say, and well spoken. I am humbled by your call. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I am humbled. Honestly, very, very humbled. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And Chukwu Abiyama in heaven is watching. That is why we are here, and that is why Biafra will come in our lifetime, under our watch. That's what I should say. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. My name is Brother Chinedu from Aba.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
Go ahead.
If I told you that I want to go and die for my Biafra, for my country, Biafra, will you allow me to go and die?
Yes, but not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow.
Okay, so just jot my number down. I want to join the Biafran army.
Yes, we have your number already. It ends in 3147. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. It is observed. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, so God is your strength.
And yours also. Thank you very much. Thank you. Don't die. They are not worth dying for tomorrow. We will march this year. And then we can do all the dying that we want to die. Don't worry about that. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, Director. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Please, your name and where you are.
My name is Okezi Chibu. I am calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. Please, are you by any chance from Umunuchi?
I am Aba.
No,
From Isi Alambause.
Isi Alambause. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yes, Director. I'm very much happy of what you are doing for Biafrans. And sincerely, I want to encourage you to do more. You are likened to Nehemiah of the Hebrew. When he was about rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem, he suffered distraction from people like Tobiah and Sanballat. So around us, we have so many Tobiah and Sanballat these days. But I want to tell you that they will have no portion in Biafra. And I want to tell you in the words of Moses to Joshua, I say, God is charging him to be courageous and do not fear. That as he was with Moses, so shall he be with Joshua. And the same thing goes to you. The Lord is telling you to go forward, that he will be with you. So do not dismay, for the Lord goes before you. And I want to tell you that our song in Biafra is forward ever, backward never.
Yes.
And we will fight it to the last. So I'm telling my friends that they should not go to vote tomorrow. For the people we voted in the last dispensation did not do anything for us. Therefore, Director, I love you because I've learned much from what you have been teaching us here, an erudite scholar and a clever teacher. You have taught us much and you have shown us where we belong. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. And Chukwu Abiyama also bless you. Thank you immensely for your call. I welcome it and I cherish it. And so also does Biafrans all over the world. Once again, we welcome you. We are live, we are direct. This is Radio Biafra. The caller who happens to be on the phone, can you hear me? No, they are not there, are they? They are not. They're not there, just went off. I don't know why, but we should try. No, they're still there. The caller on the phone is still there. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah. My name is Michael. I come from Anambra.
Michael who?
Hello?
Are you Angel Michael? Which Michael are you?
Michael. I come from Anambra.
What is your father's name?
Iwebuna Michael.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I'm Monye Ayamelum local government area.
I know Ayamelum very well. Yes, before Dan. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kanso Igbo.
Can't you speak English?
I know. Iye Masalo Ogu Biafra. So I'm ready to that. Iye Masalo that Iya in the Kuna. I'm ready. Even I'm ready. They join me. Biafra soldier. So I want to get the number, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much for that. We shall do our best to incorporate you. The army of Biafra does not just exist. It is there to serve a particular purpose, and its purpose is to ensure that we go forth and do what we said we are going to do, which is to restore our country in truth and in every honesty. That is what we are doing. We do not lie. We don't lie. Very, very important that we don't do so. This is Radio Biafra. There are people also on Skype, and there are those of them that is better. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? Not paying attention, are they? Not at all. Not at all, not at all, not at all. Everywhere calls, my goodness. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, Director.
Yes, please. Your name and where you are? He called me, and then he was nowhere to be found. Oh, my goodness. They will learn. These are people from back home here. You need to forgive them, please. The caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yes, my director.
Yes, please. Your name and where you are?
Yeah, good evening, my director. My
name
is Vitus Uchenna Wangwo. I'm from Ikenga in Agwata local government.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Setamon in North Norway.
In Norway. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to thank you, Director, for everything you are doing, for the things you are doing for the people of Biafra. And I called in the morning, but I couldn't get you in the morning because I wanted to tell you about the CIA and you said the CIA people didn't know that Buhari is a terrorist before they before they allow him to become a president. So I wanted to tell you that even a Norwegian man, I met a Norwegian man yesterday, and he's telling me that in 2002 that Buhari name was on the CIA list, on the list of terrorists in America. That the CIA knew that Buhari is a terrorist, and he was surprised that how the America allow a terrorist to be a president of a country when you know that this man is very dangerous. He's not supposed to be a president, and they allow him, they put him there to become a president. The man was very, very annoyed, a Norwegian man. So I was wondering, a Norwegian man can understand this kind of thing that is going on in Africa. Why my own people, they don't understand what is going on? You understand? So those things make me to be to go very annoyed when I hear those kind of thing that is happening to us. So that is what I want to tell you, my director. Thank you and for the work you are doing for our people. So that is what I want to tell you. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much. And what you have basically put before us is a well-known fact. Buhari, there are two schools of thought within CIA. One said, should we stop Buhari from winning? And the other one says, it will take a thief to catch a thief, which means it takes a terrorist to stop a terrorist. Since he's the chief sponsor, if he wins, then Boko Haram will stop. In the end, President Obama was of the viewpoint that allowing a terrorist to emerge will serve two very critical purposes. One is it will allow the spread of Islam to be faster, because Obama is an, unreformed, unreconstructed Islamist. He loves the spread of Islam. He loves it. And secondly, also, That will help them to control the affairs of the people of Hausa Fulani, and through them, by proxy, of course, everybody else within the zoo. The British convinced Obama that Hausa Fulani, that they are the best slaves to have. They know how to report any misbehaving slave to the master. In America, if Hausa people were there, they would have been house niggers. They know how to report you to the big master, the white master in the mansion. Africa is a mess, honestly. Absolute mess. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes,
Director.
please. Yes, your name and where you are?
My name is Egwato from Mboro Council of Hotel Local, right here in Biafra land.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yeah, Director, I thank you for the good work that you are doing for us, Director.
We bless Chukwuabiama. Go ahead.
So, for all these people who is criticizing about Biafra, whatever, don't mind them. Bible have already made it possible that our father will dream the elders will dream dreams, and the children will see vision. So they are dreaming. We are seeing the vision. So make sure them and bless you.
And you too. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that and for your beautiful prayer. We have come to the end of our proceedings this very evening, because the time here now in Biafra land is 11 p.m. at night. We will reconvene tomorrow. We are like a mobile phone. The battery is drained. You plug it in. It charges and you continue to use it. We need to recharge for a few hours and then we reconvene to deliver an election special tomorrow. But I'm disappointed. What is not working, is it? What is working? They said what is working. Is that correct? Where is back on, please? Where is back on? Thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much. I thank each and every one of you for having listened to us this very evening. If there are people around you that don't know about what we are doing, please go and tell them. Inform them, notify them, let them appreciate, let them understand, and know that we are live and we're direct in the morning and in the evening, every blessed day from here in Biafra land. That is why Biafra will now and forever remain our religion. Here on Radio Biafra is where we will always worship. And who do we worship? Chukwuabiama. I don't worship white man's idol. I don't believe in that garbage. Chukwuabiama is who we worship. Because only him is worthy of praise. Everything else, Chukwuabiama will guide and bless all of you, sustain, keep each and every one of you and your families, but more importantly, will bless Biafra. Don't forget to join us tomorrow morning. From me, from here, it is simply good evening.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In him we trust. Shout it, sing it. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, oh deliverment from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember